This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
No way.
From the Sonosi 1K Hang Studios of Arizona, let's drool over UFC 276. Adesanya versus Cannonier. We're going to preview the card and hang with the boys with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What's up? Welcome to the MMA-Holes live stream. It's good to be here. It's good to be alive. It's good to be
Wonderful, wonderful.
How's it going today? Hope everyone's well. We have a fantastic show for you tonight as we will be talking about this card over here, UFC 276, a must watch.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. This card is fantastical, going up and down on this the list of fights. Really good stuff. And this one is going to be a banger. Lots of interesting storylines, some things we've seen already before, some new stuff thrown in front of us. Really good stuff over here. The UFC put together a nice event. And I want to talk about it with you guys to see if you think it's worth the $80, the price of admission. I want to know about that because I know a lot of people are still complaining about the pay-per-views, and rightfully so. But yeah, this is a really good event. They definitely lump together some good fights, and it's balanced. That's the one thing I love about cards. It doesn't have to have like that super epic fight at the top. If it's completely balanced throughout with good matchups and no names that we know of and stuff, it just makes it more fun, makes it more interesting. So we're going to talk about this card tonight. A card where Israel Adesanya is going to defend his belt against Jared Cannonier. Now, as much as I am very excited about this card, that fight there, I do feel like it's a lopsided matchup. If Jared Cannonier wins, shout out to Arizona, if he does get the dub, I mean, I think the world will be shocked. The MMA world will just be like, what? Like, I don't... There are some people out there that are saying Jared is going to get the job done and Izzy's going to get smashed and blah, blah, blah. But it's like that with every card where there's a decent sized underdog. Every card there's the fans. You'll see. They always pick the underdogs, or people are just like the Izzy haters or whatever. I want to know in the chat though, are you one of the people that truly believes that Jared Cannonier has the tools to defeat Izzy? That's what I would like to know to start this show off. And how's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is doing well. Smash the like button and stay wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We do have a brand new sponsor that we've announced, CBDX.com. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off. So go check out their website, CBDX.com, CBDX.com. and use our promo code MMA-HOLES. Not only do you get 20% off, but your first purchase, you'll get a free gift as well. So enjoy some of that stuff over there. That is not CBD. Warning, you must be 21 plus to order. Not CBD. It's the good stuff. So if you're looking for the good stuff, go check out that website and collect your discount. A shout out to Sheath Underwear. The promo code is the same as well. 20% off MMA-Holes. I got it on right now, and I'm telling you, it's not laundry day, so it feels good. Sheath Underwear feels nice on me. Feels wonderful, wonderful. Just hopped out of the shower, slid it on my body. I feel great. 20% off promo code MMA-HOLES. Head Rush as well. The same promo code MMA-HOLES for their premium clothing. We got 2 links in the description down below. 2 links. Canadian and American link, and go check it out. Get your deals. Hook the peoples up. Also, ESPN Plus. There's a link in the description down below. ESPN Plus is how you can watch UFC 276. UFC 276. There's a link in the description. If you're going to get the pay-per-view, use our promo link and help us out tremendously. Okay, let's talk about it, baby. I want to start it off with Izzy versus Cannonier. I mean, come on, let's go. I am very confident that Adesanya is going to get the win, although I do like a good underdog, and Izzy's interesting. Either people love him or people can't stand him. You know, there's really not that middle section. You either really like him or you don't like him. You know, I don't know. It's weird. Let me know if you're in the middle. But actually, you know, I might be in the middle. What am I saying? I think I might be in the middle because in the beginning, I wasn't the biggest Izzy fan. I just couldn't wrap my head around what was going on. I couldn't jump on the hype train. Now I get it. Now I get the hype. I'm like in limbo. I think he's a decent interview. Seems like a decent guy. He's very quirky. He's doing things on Twitter where he's giving people passes to events to go, flying people to Vegas and stuff like that. So it's cool what he's doing. Seems like a super nice guy. But the problem is he's so quirky that some people are just like, I don't know how I feel about this dude. He also posted porn. I don't know if it was him banging his wife or what, or his girlfriend or fiance, whatever she is. But yeah, I mean, that was cool. Yeah, I can't stand him, and it's not because of homosexuality. Why aren't you using Pulse? Why aren't you using the Pulse account? I'm confident Island Boys are definitely bros before hoes. Possible, very possible. Shavkat calling out easy fights was a weak move. Says, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he called out Wonder Boy. Like you got Sean Brady right there. It's like it seems like that is like the interesting one, but then he calls out Wonder Boy, where it seems like that would play into Shavkat's tool set. So yeah, I guess I get it. But here's the thing: he's 16-0. He's got a finish in every single one of his fights. Very impressive, and you cannot help but think Shavkat versus KHAMZAT is inevitable. That is a massive, crazy, interesting fight. Jared could win, but I highly doubt it. Anything can happen in fighting, obviously, but I don't think he can stop Izzy, although he may have the best shot still. Izzy just seems to be that good, to be honest. So there's kudos jumping in. I don't think Jared has the best chance of beating Izzy. I don't. I think like Rob is like that guy that has the best chance, and it hasn't really worked out well for Rob. You're looking at the rankings. Let me see if there's anyone else that jumps out over here at middleweight. No. Well, you do have Pereira versus Strickland that's happening, and that's another reason why this card is so much fun as we go over to the card. Strickland versus Pereira is the 11th fight on there. So, I mean, this fight here, basically whoever wins this gets the winner of the title fight of Adesanya. And the men, Alex Pereira, defeated Israel Adesanya, smoked him in kickboxing. So, you know, this is the Izzy killer right here. Getting a quick pass up if he beats Sean Strickland. And, you know, Mr. Tarzan. I don't think his nickname is Tarzan anymore, right? I think that was an old nickname. Are they still calling him Tarzan? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I guess you could make an argument that Alex Pereira, you know, has a better shot at beating Izzy than Cannonier, you know. But regardless of the fact, it is so great to have this fight on here and Izzy versus Cannonier. And the beauty about it, too, is God forbid, and I'm knocking on wood, if something happened in the Izzy fight, say Jared got hurt, I mean, you may have that number 11 fight, one fighter swung on over to fight Izzy. It's very possible. You never know. So having guys that are, fighting for a number one contender spot on the same card is a lot of fun. And then you got the mouth of Sean Strickland, who does not hold back, does not sugarcoat it. He is fun to, the lead ups to fights, and he's fun. Are they doing a press conference? I didn't even think about that until right now. Are they doing a press conference? Anyone in the chat know if they're doing a press conference for UFC 276? Because you have to put Strickland Pereira on the dais with them. You just have to. So I'm curious. Let me know in the chat if you are aware of this. I hope it's not like last time where they had that virtual thing. Izzy was beating Alex before he got caught. Right. Show and Pride Month. Strickland, the Sugar Show. Sugar Sean O'Malley's on there. We'll talk about him as well. Strickland will spoil Alex's chances at Izzy for now. I don't think so. So it doesn't look like it. There's a presser for 278. I do know that on Friday. I do know about that. I'm curious if they have one. How do you not have a fucking press conference for this? How are we not doing this? You have Sean Strickland on the same card as Izzy. Sean O'Malley could sell a couple of extra pay-per-views sitting on the dais over there. How are we not doing this? They didn't do a press conference for UFC 275. I have no idea. They should. I'm going to look it up right now. Well, UFC 275, got to be honest with you, we knew that press conference was going to suck regardless. So I think the UFC was on the same page with that. Let me see if they have, let's see, UFC 276. I wish I would have thought about this before the show, but I'm actually curious now. If they do, we'll stream for it. Yeah, I don't see anything. Let's see. I don't see much about it. I'm gonna keep an eyeball out. Yeah, I don't see anything about it. It's interesting. Throw your money on Volk and Adesanya and thank me later. Volk and Adesanya. Well, you have to, if you were to do Volk and Adesanya as a parlay, you would definitely have to bet a decent amount of money because they're both favorites, right? Let's see. UFC line. Let's go. All right, so Volk and Izzy. Say if you were to drop a hundo on that, you may win $89.86. So yeah, you would have to bet pretty high to really. I mean, and especially how Volkanovski versus Holloway has been pretty competitive, especially the last fight. A little iffy. Little iffy. Maybe you throw an underdog in there with them. Let's see. I mean, Strickland Pereira is is a pick'em. Let's see. Brian Barberetta plus 100 against Robbie. What do you think about that? Ian Gary's on the card. Macy Barber, Jessica I tell you what, Jessica I too. Not a bad one against Macy Barber as an under. She's a plus 195. It's not terrible. Maybe it is. Forget it. Forget it. Yeah, it is. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. You know what I was thinking of? I actually confused Jessica I with the lesbian. What's her name? Pennington, Raquel Pennington. I don't know why I just fucking did that. It's a terrible bet. Don't do that, please. Jessica I is the one that's freaking throwing her ass up on social media. So she's preparing herself for the afterlife, post UFC life. Yeah, Macy's gonna destroy her. Brad Tavares versus Duplessis, and starting off the card with Jessica Rose Clark and Stoliarenko. Good card, man. This card is fire, man. Which fight, I want to know in the chat, which fight are you most excited about on this card? Which fight are you actually most excited about? I got to be honest with you, like the Strickland Pereira fight, which, I mean, it could go a decision. I might be most excited about that because I really want to see if Sean Strickland could get the job done and solidify a shot at the title. I want to see Sean fight for a belt. That might be it. I'm always a fan of Uriah Hall. People crack jokes about me, being pro Uriah. But I've always been a Uriah Hall fan, so I'll be pumped up for this fight. You got Cowboy thrown on this card quickly against Jim Miller. Instead of going with the Lozon, they went with Jim Miller. Some people were upset about it. Two guys that, been around the block, so should be interesting. Let me see what in the chat. What are you most excited about? Max versus Volk. Sean Strickland fight. Strickland for sure. I'm here. I can't sleep with this fucking beanie on. I hope Sean loses. Volk, Holloway. Let's see. Strickland can't beat Izzy with just boxing alone, so let's hope he loses. Yeah, I mean, I'd still think that Izzy would have the severe advantage on Strickland, but still, Strickland has been running his mouth, so I would like to see what Strickland could bring. And you got to remember, like, Extreme Couture has been doing really well lately, so I would have to imagine they would have a fairly decent game plan. O'Malley and Strickland fight. I have 3. Sean O'Malley versus Pedro. Riddle versus Turner, which is going to be a good one, yeah. Brad Riddle. You have Volkanovski. You got Izzy. You got the whole crew together. Holloway fight is best match. It's weird. Like, I'm into it and I'm not. It's really strange. I feel like I'm kind of over these two, like, paired up together. But separately, I like watching them fight. But together, I'm kind of like, all right, we saw it twice. If Max wins, there might be a fucking 4th time. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this fight. Volk has looked fantastic, man. Has not lost in the UFC. Guy's the number 2 on the pound-for-pound list. But Blessed, he's on a 2-fight win streak. Beat Yair, destroyed Cater. And then before that, the Volkanovski fight, which is very close, a split decision. Some sort of say he won. Looking at the age of the two, Volkanovski a little older, 3 years older, 33 years of age. It's so crazy, man. Max started so young. And is still only 30 years old. It's wild. He says he'll keep competing until he's until he's 35. Until he's 5 years old. But yeah, I mean, I'm into it. I'll be fired up the night of. But it's not like my number 1 on the card, that's for sure. Comes down to a finish. Max is that guy. If Max does win, they have to give him a fight in Hawaii, for fuck's sake. Volk should have lost last Max fight. Yeah, I think Max got that. I think he should have won that fight. Yeah. But you know what? Fairly decently close, and they gave it to the champ. Yeah, man, my CBDX. That's why I'm talking about 5 years old. Yeah, I do like. I tried the Delta 8 on when we did our gaming stream last night, and I like them both, but I think the Delta 8 is more my speed. So if you want my review, I think the CBDX Delta 8 gummies, these puppies right here, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. It felt good. Max wins by split decision, a plus 900. Max winning by... Yeah, I think I might put money on Max. I do think I might throw some cash on Max. He was getting closer and closer to beating Volk, But Volk's never lost. He seems like he always has the game plan to win. But for some reason, I feel like... I don't know. I kind of want to just throw a couple bucks on Max and see what happens. I'm going to wait for the face-off. See if I could pull any information out of that. But we all should probably be rooting for Volk. This way we don't have to see it again. The Sugar Show, you said it was over. Does he win? I didn't say the Sugar Show was over. I think he beats Pedro, yeah. I do think he beats Pedro. The Sugar Show is far from over. But right now, against Pedro Munhoz, toughest opponent for him to date, Pedro is not on a good run. He's got 1 win out of the last 5. That's Jimmy Rivera. He's not even on the roster anymore. Now, you look at the people he lost to. I mean, Dominic Cruz, former champ. Jose Aldo, former champ at 145. Frank Yeager, former champ. Aljamain Sterling, the champ. So, I mean, these guys that he lost to, Sean O'Malley hasn't ever faced anyone even remotely as good as them. Maybe Cheeto you can throw out there considering he's looked so good. But still, Cheeto's not a champ. Or was a champ. So, yeah, you got to give some respect to Pedro. And also, I don't think he's been knocked out, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, decision losses. Yeah, Pedro's never been knocked out. So the question is, Sean O'Malley, who likes to rely on his knockout power. I mean, he did go to distance with Chris Mutino, for God's sakes. Oh, actually, no, he didn't. That's right. They stopped it in the final round. Almost went the distance. Let's see. Yeah, so, all right, so back to the original point. Sean O'Malley is very familiar with knockouts in his fights, and now he's fighting a guy in Pedro Munhoz who's never been knocked out. But never say never, because, I mean, now you're 35 years of age. You've been through a lot of wars. You know, maybe this is the time Pedro gets clipped. I don't know. Pedro's sitting at 5'6" and Sean O'Malley 5'11", very big for the weight class. 72-inch reach versus a 65-inch reach. They still have Sean O'Malley as MMA lab. I mean, I think Sean's going to get it done. But if you're trying to pull something from Pedro, you look at his losses, all champions, and he's never been knocked out. So he does. There is. If you're a bettor, I wouldn't be surprised if people out there would be like, you know what? Let me throw some scratch on Pedro. They got him as a plus 200 here. On my bookie, they got him as a plus 215. I mean, man, damn. It's tempting. It's tempting to throw money on Pedro just for the hell of it, you know. But I think Sean's going to get it done. I really do. I truly do. Let me know in the chat. I want to know if you think that Pedro Munhoz is going to get it done. Is he going to lock it up? I mean, never been knocked out. Sugar Free is getting choked out. That's going to be a very interesting test for O'Malley. Pedro going to attack the calf. Pedro okay bets his Sinosi. Never been KO'd. Pedro KO's Cody. I bet on Pedro. My parlay betting on. Sean versus Umar. Who would you pick? Oh, Umar. I mean, Umar all day. Umar all day. That's the problem. We need, throw a guy at O'Malley that's going to do everything he can to drag him to the ground. And then it's a whole different ball game, So, yeah, I would go Umar. I mean, by rape. Sean wins the decision, but this is good matchmaking. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun fight. It definitely is fun because Pedro has pop, And if imagine he fucking flatlines Sean. Imagine Sean gets knocked the fuck out. Dude, that'd be wild. So Pedro's last win was a unanimous decision. He hasn't knocked anyone out since steroid days. The Garbrandt fight, 2019. This is funny, right? Didn't he pop for steroids at one point? Now he's not knocking anyone out. I think Umar can beat Jan. It's a good fight. Umar and Jan, you could make a good argument that Umar would win, yeah. I don't see it going the distance. O'Malley brags about his cardio a lot. But if you look into history, he can get tired pretty quickly. Yeah, he kind of dismisses it, though. Like, every time people say he's getting tired, he gets, pissed off, and he's like, I'm not tired, and he's conserving himself. I don't know if we've seen him completely gassed. Let's see. Hey there, cockboy. I hope you're ready for your call tomorrow, Glove Touch. I'm going to have both on hand. I'm expecting a brilliant performance from the Sugar Show on Saturday. Sugar got a tough task ahead. O'Malley is young and talented, but lost major appeal after all the crybaby sore loser winnings. O'Malley cardio is okay, but use Chris as a punching bag. Yeah, the Chris Moutinho fight made me scratch my head, man. Moutino's tough and everything, but he's not really that good. And I understand he came in short notice. Sean wasn't prepared for something like that. But I am surprised that that Sean hasn't that he didn't knock him out. You know, I am surprised. I thought he would knock out Moutinho. I think O'Malley wins by knockout in third round. I had a good week. No, we'll talk about tomorrow. Chrome Gay. Should I be angry on this call or quiet? No, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Sean went swinging third without gassing. His problem is he's infatuated with popularity way too much. So I don't think the fame and popularity, I think he's handling it very well. I really do. I think Sean O'Malley, I think he's got it. I think he's got it locked down. He's got his podcast. He's got his gaming stuff. He's got his merch. It doesn't seem to really affect him in the cage at all. I think he can split the two. So the challenge would be a grappler, like a heavy grappler on O'Malley, and see how that works. You know, against him, can he stop the takedowns? And, you know, I think that's the question. But honestly, I don't think at this stage of the game, I think he's playing it pretty good. He really is. In the beginning, I was like, I don't know about this kid. But he's kind of settled in pretty nicely to this whole shtick and gimmick. Yeah, it's not everyone's thing, not everyone's cup of tea. I think it does channel a very young audience, what he's going for, and they are eating it up, and that's smart. You know, I mean, if like Sean O'Malley is targeting the next generation. He's targeting kids that want to play video games, kids that want to buy merch, all this stuff, and it doesn't look like it's really affecting him in the cage. He still has to fight, you know, better opponents, and this is a pretty big step up. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, I don't have the evidence saying that the money's messing him up. I'm gonna choke that annoying Ariel if he ever cross. Oh yeah. Other young fighters should take that approach. Yeah, I like. Listen, his podcast is not my thing, but there's an audience for it, and fighters should probably look into what O'Malley's doing. You know, not saying, hey, get on a podcast and start fucking whining into a microphone about shit. But play the game. Come up with a little shtick, you know? Maybe put some rainbow hair on. I don't know. Dress like you're in That 70s Show. Like you're an extra in that. I don't know. But yeah, it works. Like he put together this little shtick and it's working. So, I mean, you can't hate it. But here's the other side of the thing. Like, and Ariel had on the Emblem, whatever the hell his name is, that beat Gegard. He had him on, and like if you don't have the personality, like if you have no charismatic personality, if you're just kind of like a wet rag of zero personality, zero sense of humor, zero anything, you can't do that. Like you're not going to be selling all that shit. You're not going to be able to harness that kid's audience. But then you have guys like Chase Hooper, who actually goes all in on not having a personality. Like Chase Hooper is very dry. He's a super dry dude. But he's like, you can tell that awkward audience out there, like the kids and stuff like that, like kind of latch on to Chase because he's a super nice guy. You know, he's a sweetheart of a guy. So he could just capitalize off of that, get an audience, you know, like get a fan base. I think guys do have to interact with their audience. Chase is playing video games. You know, if that's your thing, do it. Definitely do it, and you'll get that younger audience. But O'Malley's now riding Lambos and fucking he's killing it. He is killing it. He's doing his own thing. It started off very Conor McGregor-esque, and then he just completely made it his own thing. And I find that very respectful. You know? Like I respect that. I should say I respect that. I find it respectful. I respect that. I respect the hustle. Hooper might turn into ass cream. Let's see. had a vision about O'Malley's head kicking Pedro early. So what do you think, Cheeto? Should we put, what round did you vision that? Should we bet on your visions? Hot weather got to me, but I'm here now drinking Gatorade and in front of the fans to cool down. I hope you cool off, man. I hope you cool off. Chase Hooper is fighting Lando Venata next, according to... Is that true? Chase versus Lando? Damn. It's a good fight. I think Chase could beat Lando. Although Lando's a beast, man. Like, it's crazy. Lando's kind of... Like, when was the last time he won? It's been a minute, right? Lando... Groovy Lando Venata. Mike Grundy, May 15th. I don't even remember that fight. A split decision. He lost to Charles Jourdain. Charles Jourdain's pretty good. Bobby Green beat Yancey. Now Yancey's in Bellator. Lost to DeCasey, who has promise, but never really, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that guy. He's very talented. His grappling got better. Marcos Mariano. Lando Venata. Well, they're saying Andre Fili's coming up, so that's false. All right, whoever said that, number one bullshit.
This is number one bullshit.
Number one bullshit. Thoughts on Guru saying you're a virgin? Yeah, now there's fucking accounts. There's like mimic accounts of us.
CBD.
I don't know what's going on, man.
CBD.
I don't know.
CBD.
That dude.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Pedro did get that Aldo and Cruz experience. Cruz footwork and Aldo's pocket boxing Muay Thai. Still got O'Malley by John Jones's finish.
Okay, so O'Malley keeps comparing himself to John Jones. Thank you, that dude, for the 420, baby. Thank you. Appreciate that. Guru Army. Dude, what are you talking about? What army? Oh my God. Dude, it's fucking nuts. This is nuts, man. Thank you, that dude. And it seems like he's got Sean O'Malley for the dub. So Sean O'Malley versus Pedro Munhoz on this fire card. It is on the main card. It's opening up the main card. And man, oh man. So look at this. Munhoz O'Malley, Sean Strickland. Wait, hold on a second. So did they figure out... Hold on, let's go to the UFC website. Who's the fifth fight on this pay-per-view? They still have four, so we still don't know who's they're bumping up on to the pay-per-view. I say... So many fights you could do. I say, why not? Throw Cowboy and Miller on there. You know? Throw them on there. Because Tate is off the card. Throw Cowboy and Miller. Throw them on that pay-per-view. Get him on that pay-per-view over there. Riddle versus Turner is a banger. I think this should be the last fight of the preliminaries. I think this will get people hyped up to watch the pay-per-view and pay for the pay-per-view. Robbie Lawler versus Barberena, another banger. I mean, Jesus. We are ending the preliminaries like it's just going to be smoke. Like, look at these prelims. Now, Jessica Rose-Clark versus Stoliarenko. I mean, at least Jessica's easy on the eyes. But Tavares versus Duplessis, that's a good fight. Jessica Eye versus Macy Barber. Macy's a nut. She's an animal, so she's interesting. Uriah Hall, he's still Uriah. He's still got that crazy power that he can catch you with if his head's in the game. It's just a matter of if his head's in the freaking game. But Andre Muniz versus Uriah should be pretty good. I mean, look at this guy. When was the last time Muniz lost? He's 22-4-0. Damn. Hasn't lost since 2016. So Uriah is getting a surging guy over here. And the guy is a submission specialist as well. So, oh boy. This is a striker versus a grappler. Interesting. Then you got Cowboy Cerrone versus Miller, which I don't know. I have a feeling they're going to throw that on the the main card. You got Ian Gary moving up the rankings over here against Gabe Green. This guy there, everyone's saying, the next Conor McGregor. He's not here to take part. He's here to take over.
Wonderful.
I mean, listen, we'll see. He's still 9-0. He's still unblemished. I still need to see more evidence to think if he's any good. But he's a big kid, and we'll see what he can do here. But still, very interesting. Ian Gary on the card is interesting. Like I said, Robbie versus Barberena, Brad Riddle versus Jalen Turner. Fire. Dude, this card is fire. Just progressively gets crazier and crazier. You go into the main card, the Pedro Munhoz versus O'Malley, Strickland versus Pereira, Volkanovski, Max running that shit to a third. And then you got Adesanya, Izzy versus Jared Cannonier. Very, very balanced. Very sexy. Let's see the odds over here with Izzy. Izzy is a -410. Wow-a-wee-wah. A -410 for Israel Adesanya. Boy. I think you can make him a bigger favorite, to be honest. I don't think Jared's winning. I really don't. Like, I wish I could make the argument. I just don't know where Jared wins, unless he clips Izzy. He has power. Does he catch him? Catch Izzy making a mistake? I mean, Izzy's too smart. 6'4" versus 5'11", 80-inch reach versus 77.5. I mean, it's not like he has a massive reach advantage, but he does have, it's significant. Longer legs. How the fuck does Jared beat this dude? Like, what's the plan? What are we doing here? What is Jared going to do to take out Izzy? I mean, I guess if you think about it, if you want to play devil's advocate, Jared defeated and finished Anderson Silva, whereas Izzy couldn't. But I felt in that fight, Izzy was just giving Anderson way too much respect. I think he was kind of in over his head. He's fighting the Spider Silva, So Izzy was, he was practically crying, right? Wasn't he crying in that fight or some shit? I don't know, man. I don't know how the hell Jared could pull this one off. I really don't. I would like to find a way to make the argument, but I'm going to be rolling with Jesse on this one. Zero clue how Jared Cannonier can get the win. Let me know in the chat, who thinks Jared is going to get the job done? 200 people hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Make sure you smash the like button, friends, because we got a massively fun card that we're going to witness on Saturday. It's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's going to be sexy. No chance for Jared. Nut shot and eye pokes. Robbie Lawler versus Brian Barberena got moved up. Did they really?
Super chat.
I can't hate on that.
Let's go, Anzac.
Let's go. So I got to say, New Zealand and Australia got to be pretty fired up for this card, right? Let's go. You guys got to be pretty fired up, especially New Zealand. Got to be fired up. Got to be fired up. You boys representing. You got Riddle or Riddell. There he is. He's a beast. You got Volk. You got Izzy. It's your night, Saturday, or your day, whatever time it is. Very, very exciting. Cannonier is going to get picked apart. I believe that would be correct. You don't think his wrestling and ground and pound will be enough? No. Nope. No. I think he's going to get fucked up. I think Jared is going to be... When Izzy fought Brunson, and Brunson was like all over the place, he looked like he was like, what am I... Like, it just... I feel like it's going to be like that. I feel like Jared is just going to be... Unless... So Izzy is... He's going out there saying that he's going to make this look easy and blah, blah, blah. I hope he does back it up. I hope he does go out there and look to fucking put on a finish and not give Cannonier too much respect, and we see 5 rounds of Izzy being reluctant to engage. I really hope we don't see that, because we've seen that from Izzy before. I do believe that Izzy's going to go there for the kill. I do. I feel like we'll see Adesanya COSTA type of performance this time. Seam retention makes my hands smooth and silky. Jared is strong. He might surprise you. I mean, I will be very surprised. Death poll incoming. Alex probably wins by leg kicks once again. Plus, he trains with Alexander the Great. I definitely see your point, though. Izzy's a savage. Yeah, I mean, this fight here. This is just like thrown together just to see what happens with Sean Strickland and Pereira. You know? It's like, okay, who's Izzy fighting next? That's how I feel. You know, what's going on here. Now, if Jared shocks the world and gets the win, I mean, you better make sure you're fucking tuned in, because I will lose my mind. And Jessie would probably have a heart attack. I don't think she would be able to handle Izzy losing to Jared Cannonier, because it just seems like this is a very winnable fight. You know? So, yeah, make sure you tuned in Saturday. Jared is near home. I don't really think that's going to... He's closer to his rocks. Jan plan won't work at 185. Yeah, it's not going to work. And yeah, Jared's not the guy to hold him down. Facts, they're setting it up if Izzy wins. Yeah, that's what this is. Like, I feel like the matchmakers are like 400 steps ahead. It's a win-win, because if Alex Pereira wins, you have the storyline of he's the Izzy killer, right? You have that storyline. And then you have Izzy running his mouth saying, you know, he's going to do things to Alex Pereira and blah, blah, blah. And then if Sean Strickland wins, well, I mean, the trash talk is going to be magnificent. Like Sean Strickland, Israel Adesanya going back and forth. I mean, where do I sign? If that's the fight. Like, that's what I need. I need to see Sean Strickland, you know, mouthing off to Izzy and his gyno tato, whatever the fuck he's calling it. You know? I think that would be a lot of fun. So I feel like that's what the matchmakers are doing here. You put it on the same card. You know, if Sean Strickland beats Pereira, you know he's going to get on the mic and say something wacky. So it just, this card here, it feels like what we're doing on this card, even with the Volkanovski Max fight, because if Max wins, you're going to see a fourth. This card feels like the first of a trilogy movie. Like, it just feels like this is the beginning of a storyline that the UFC is putting together for us. I have a feeling these top 3 fights over here are going to turn into something else that have to do with each other. Like, it's weird. It's a whole weird thing here. So I just feel like the UFC is a couple of steps ahead of the game. Now, if Jared wins, it throws a complete monkey wrench in the whole situation. But Israel Adesanya, you still have the opportunity to fight a Strickland or a Pereira. You still have that. It's still on the table. You know, that's not completely gone. But Jared does throw... He would flip the whole momentum of what they wanted to do if Jared gets the dub. And I got to be honest with you, I have nothing against Jared Cannonier. In fact, I would like to see Jared win, bring it to Arizona. Yeah, baby. Like, let's go. I would love to see Jared get that done. But I don't see how he can do that. I don't know. Hopefully he shocks everybody. I got a plus 1,000 odds on my bookie for Sean Strickland saying the word chlamydia in his post-fight. Chris, ever since I started wearing sheath, I gained 2 inches of length and 1 inch of girth. It's true. That's what happens. All of our sponsors, it increases your penis size. Right, Ariel? Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm not counting Jared out like most people are, says Mata. All right, so help me out, Mata. How does Jared win the fight? Like, wishful thinking? I just don't know. I don't know what area is going to prevail unless he just catches him, which is possible. I mean, he's 38 years old. Now, that doesn't really mean everything, because look at Glover Teixeira, right? What he did. He finished Derek Brunson. Wins a unanimous decision against Kelvin. Rob did work on him. Messed him up pretty bad. And you do the MMA math thing. Well, Izzy beats up Rob, and Rob beat the shit out of Jared. I don't know if that really holds up here, but it is something to think about. He took out Hermanson. The Anderson Silva thing, like I said before, Izzy couldn't finish Anderson. Jared did. So maybe the power. Beat David Branch. Lost to Dominic Reyes when he was up. He was a fatty. So maybe the power. Maybe the power. John Montgomery says CBDX is the shit. Yeah, I like it. I'm a fan of it. I have no complaints. What was that gluten stuff? What is this? Dairy and gluten-free. Shop now. I guess it's an ad on Tapology. Never paid attention to their ads. Anyway, yeah. So what do you think? He lost to a former heavyweight champion, Glover Teixeira and Jan Blachowicz, and former middleweight champion, Robert Whittaker. He beat Anderson Silva and former interim champion, Gastelum. All right. I mean, are you trying to convince us? Are you trying to convince yourself? Are you? All right. Let me ask you a question, Sonosi. Are you playing devil's advocate? Like, are you throwing this out there because you believe it? Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you just trying to piece something together for the storyline for Jared winning this fight? Or do you genuinely think Jared has a really legit shot? Are we making picks tonight? No, but I'm telling you this. I'm picking Izzy, and I'm probably going to bet money on Max. I'm going to wait for the face-off. And I'm going to throw money on Max. He's probably throwing money away since he already lost the first two. But you never know. You never know. I mean, math doesn't make sense. Come on. Jared by leg kicks. Giant Smith agrees with Stenosi. All right, so to the people that think that Jared's going to win, keep it coming in the chat over here. I want to see what you got to say. He didn't beat a prime Anderson. Yeah, that's another thing too. You know, that was the shell of Anderson. Anderson looks good in boxing, but it's not the same Anderson from back in the day when he was smoking fools and he was all juiced up. A semi-legit shot based on competition. He fought at heavyweight, light heavyweight, and middleweight. Yeah, we know that. But I mean, okay, so where is Cannonier's signature win, right? What would you say his signature win is? Blonde Brunson, who Izzy murked too. Kelvin Gastelum, which, you know, Kelvin gave Izzy a problem. Let's see. Hermansson's decent, not terrible. And you finished him. It's not terrible. The Anderson thing, way past his prime.
Wonderful.
We got Tropic Tom.
The only way Izzy loses is if Drake bets on him. Hold your bets, boys.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that. The Drake curse could have done it. Thank you, Tropic. Thank you, Dark Matter. Thank you. That dude. Appreciate that. Donations.
Wonderful.
Broke Silva's leg. Yeah. It's not the first time Silva's leg's broke. So let's see. David Branch. He beat Kudilaba. Now I'm going way back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have the evidence. All I'm working, the recent evidence that I have, right? He beat Brunson and Gastelum, and Whittaker just beat the living shit out of him. You know, that was 2 years ago. So maybe he fixed some things. He's getting older. He's 38 years old. He's going to be in good shape. He's always in great shape. But I don't know. If Whittaker's going to be beating him up like that, you know, I have to go to the MMA math and say, well, what the fuck is Izzy going to do to this dude? I heard you say mimic accounts. Did they have the MMA trolls? No, I guess, I don't know. Someone sent a screenshot in Discord of another MMA-Hole account. We got to get to that 100K, baby. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got to get that little check next to the name so we don't get any of the mimics. I want to be the person that gets to say the fucked up things. You can't fucking steal my identity. I mean, it's supposed to be all about me. You should become UFC commentator. I mean, I don't want to. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. I like doing this. What if Strickland wins and calls Izzy the hard R N-bomb and post? Jared a cool dude, but Izzy wins by KO and still. Please explain how Jared isn't bigger journeyman than George, the fragile dude. Well, we'll see what happens. He's not a journeyman if he beats Izzy. He can shut a lot of people up like myself. Jared can go in there, smoke Izzy. My mouth hits the floor. Jessie fucking throws herself out the window and, shuts everyone up. And I would imagine he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's not doing as many interviews anymore. Like, he's kind of alienating fans with the DMs and stuff. So he's got his rocks that he worships. I don't know. Maybe he can harness the power of the most powerful rock. I harness the most powerful rock, and I want to smash Izzy with it. I don't fucking know. Who knows, man? I don't know, man. But there are fights where it's clear as day to me. And this seems like it's clear as day to me. Like, I honestly, I would be so shocked if Izzy lost his fight. Like, super duper shocked if he lost his thing. Now, granted, we're going to be paying our pay-per-view money. We're going to be watching the whole event. But, yeah, I mean, incredibly shocked. Let me ask you guys this. Let me move down to this section here of the Cerrone versus Miller fight. Who do you think wins this thing? I'm going to drop a poll in the chat. Who wins?
Super chat.
We got Jonathan Joshua.
Save the show and plow me with a stick.
What the fuck? Well, it's not the saves right now, but I'll add that on. I'll add it to the saves since that was such a great donation. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you. What the fuck? Who wins? Cowboy. Miller. Okay, I'm gonna drop this in the community. So I'm curious what you think about this fight over here. Jim Miller or Cowboy Cerrone. Miller now is on a 2-fight win streak. Nicholas Mota knocked out, and Eric Gonzalez knocked him out as well. Ghost Pepper, friend of the show. Miller's 38 years old, Cowboy 39, 6'1" Cowboy, and Miller's only 5'8", so severely smaller than Cowboy Cerrone. When it comes to the reach, Cowboy only has a 2-inch extra reach advantage on Miller. You would think, like, back in the day, this would be old Cowboy, but at this stage of the game, I don't know. So does the smaller guy get it? Does the old man Cowboy get it? Let me know in the chat as I dropped a poll in there. This is a winnable fight for Cowboy. We shall see. Yeah, old school Cowboy, right? I don't know what we're going to get. Now, Cowboy's last fight was a year and a month ago. Alex Morono knocked him out. That was a year and a month ago. Damn, man. Nico Price was a weird one over there. Never ran that back. But majority, Anthony Pettis, he lost to him 2 years ago. He had the Conor McGregor shoulder bumps. Was 2 years and 5 months ago. That is crazy, man. Feels like yesterday. Right? Doesn't it feel like yesterday when that freaking fight happened and everyone was yelling and screaming, it was fixed, it was fixed. That was 2 years and 5 months ago. My goodness. I mean, where is time going? 2 years and 5 months ago? Holy cow. That's what happens when COVID hits, right? It just fucking throws everything out of whack. I really want Cowboy to win, but I think it's a huge but. I think the other guy will win. The other guy, Jim Miller. I mean, he is severely undersized. He is undersized. What's Miller at with the bet? Let's see. Jim Miller would be... Let's see. I was picking Lozon against Cowboy, and I feel like I should pick Miller too, but wow. Cowboy's a plus 180.
A fact I learned later. In the fight with Rob, Whittaker threw a kick at Jared head in the opening seconds of the fight, which Cannonier blocked. That block broke his forearm.
He did
also
get hurt,
came
yeah.
back from losing to Brunson, who would have given Izzy more issues.
So you think Blonde Brunson, like I was joking around about Blonde Brunson too, beating Izzy and this and that, but I mean, let's be realistic here. Brunson, I understand he's harnessed his wrestling again, but I don't think he beats Izzy. And especially that after the first fight. I mean, the first fight was nuts. Brunson got his fucking ass whooped. But yeah, Cannonier did get hurt. He did get injured. That is true. Didn't say beat, but said give issues. Yeah, I mean, we made that argument too. At the time, like when Brunson was on his streak, and then he took that L against Cannonier, I was like, oh man. I kind of jumped completely off the Blonde Brunson train. But Brunson's not retiring. He's still hanging in there. He says he's still going to compete. But anyway, thank you, Sonosi. Appreciate that donation. So this is interesting. Cowboy Cerrone is the under. He's a plus 180. They got Jim Miller at a 220. Wow. Look at that. So Cowboy Cerrone, the underdog in this fight by a decent amount. Is anyone throwing money on old Cowboy? Will he ride again? What do you think? Cowboy's going to brown out again. Not touching Cerrone on my parlay. Cowboy will lose again because he's fragile idiot. He's a fragile idiot. What the fuck? And that was actually Dominic Reyes saying that. Too random. Yeah, I would stay away from that bet because it's been so long, right? Cowboy hasn't won since... When was the Al fight? 2019. God, if Cowboy wins this fight, talk about emotions, man. But I'm looking forward to see Cowboy come back. I don't know, like, you know, he's still Cowboy. He's, you know, so there's a part of me that's, you know, wants to see him do well. I do like Jim Miller too, though. I don't hate Jim. So, all right, we'll see how this thing goes. Let's do the save. Let's do the save the show. We got 5 minutes on the clock over here. Every donation that comes in, we're going to add to the time. We're going to open up the phone lines. Those donations came in early, but we'll just put the 7 on the clock. So we got 7 guaranteed minutes. If you'd like to support the show, extend it, open up some phone lines, hit us with a save, drop a donation, be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And here we go, friends. The clock has begun. Will there be some more heroes so we can open up the phone lines and talk to the people? We can get Jesse involved. Talk about Israel Adesanya fighting on Saturday night. Will there be a hero?
Wonderful, wonderful.
I do want to talk about this card that happened last weekend. Usually on Mondays we do our recap show, but we have such a banging pay-per-view card that we had to talk about that thing. So that's why we did majority of the show with that. But let me just back that ass up real quick while we wait to see if there's any heroes. Whoops, went too far. But how about Matthias Gamrot upsetting Sarukian? An American top team doing their thing. Congratulations to Matthias Gamrot shutting a lot of fools up and getting the dub. Only one blemish on his resume, and now he has 21 wins. Matthias Gamrot had a wonderful, wonderful night. Congratulations on him. For him. And Shavkat Rakhmonov submitted Neil Magny. Shavkat is, yes, the real deal. I understand Magny's not a champion, but Magny's a legit, a legit guy. He's a gatekeeper up there. And Shavkat went in there and just did work. Grinded the shit out of him, then choked him out in the second, excuse me. Neil Magny didn't have a shot. Parisian had a fantastic comeback after he was getting his ass whooped by Badeau in that first round, and then comes back in the second, smeshes on Badeau viciously, takes the win. Thiago Moises gets the rear naked choke. Look at all this carnage over here. Look at all that carnage. Moises gets that. Nurmagomedov humps his way to a victory, but just dominates. Fantastic stuff. Chris Curtis, Action Man, is coming back on the show Wednesday. We got Tony Gravely, and we got Chris Curtis coming on the show Wednesday night. Let's go. 2 UFC fighters, 1 night. And that's happening Wednesday night. So Gravely, the first guest, Chris, the second guest. He'll talk about his fight that happened on Saturday. 20 takedowns attempted by Rodolfo Vieira, unsuccessful in all of them. So Chris Curtis will come by and talk about how he stopped all those takedowns and got the unanimous decision. Carlos Ulberg, Izzy's buddy, smashes Inchukwi in the first round very, very impressively. You got the Nudimbiek gets the unanimous decision. You got Murzov getting the unanimous decision. You got Cody Durman getting the knockout of JP Buys. His days are numbered. Boy, oh boy. JP Buys waits to get back in the UFC, and then it looks like that. Durden smashed him. Mario Batista gets the rear naked choke on Brian Kelleher. Brian Kelleher had 0 shot in that fight. Batista looked very good coming out of MMA Lab over here in Arizona. And Demopoulos gets a split decision. Might have been a little controversial, but the stripper gets it done. Goes 8-4 with 1 minute and 56 seconds left. We got a pervert. We got a pervert donation. Adding 10 more minutes to the show. Come on.
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your
Boobies
in the air. Flapping like I just don't care.
Can I lick your pubic hair?
Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip.
Yeah.
Pervert cameraman, Yanni Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts.
Boobies. That's a $10 donation. 17
My
minutes.
dollar for a call. Saveth Show.
Okay, 17 guaranteed minutes. We got 1 minute on the clock over here. Will we get any more saves? You got guaranteed 17 minutes. Let's see what we can do over here. We got D-Man Diaz dropping a 2.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And this is what D-Man says.
We hit the likes, we slap the like goals, we hit the likes, we slap the like goals, like the goals, like the goals. Izzy has more tools to win, but the killer gorilla has the greatest equalizer in his power. Thanks for streams, Big Moss.
All right. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. D-Man Diaz coming in, dropping 2 more minutes. 19 guaranteed minutes. We got 30 seconds on the clock. If you'd like to extend the show, get it in quickly and swiftly. But we guaranteed 19 minutes, courtesy of the MMA-Holes. Hit the fucking like button, friends, if you haven't done so yet. We're looking for 150.
Thank you.
To go crazy over here on the channel because we want to go crunk and nuts. We got a new member. What do we got over here? We got Ryan Kills has become a fucking white belt, baby. Let's go. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Thank you, Ryan. You make him lose the fight terribly inside of the cage. You make him spread his ass cheeks. Now you enter his backstage. And you fill it with your rage. Come on. Style bender, one fight. Izzy is inside Costa. Izzy is inside Costa. Izzy is inside Costa.
Spartan said he needed some raw dog action to get his motor running. Just being a good mate and obliging him.
There we go. Thank you, Tropic Tom. We got 24 minutes that we're going to add. Came in before the buzzer. Thank you so much. And Dark Matter dropping a 10 over here. Let's go.
I need to sus Streamlabs. Poor holes.
Let's go. Thank you very much for the $10 donation. We're adding 34 minutes to the fucking clock. You guys and gals are absolutely wonderful, wonderful. I thank you very much for helping support this show. Very wonderful and very generous. Appreciate that to all the people out there. Okay, with 34 minutes on the clock, we will open the phones, but this is what we need to do. We need to get these calls very quick tonight. We got to get your opinions on UFC 276. Not going to be marathon calls, in and out. I want to know who you got winning, what fight you're most excited about. Let's talk. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back on the other side, we'll start the clock to 34 minutes. We'll call up. We'll have you guys call up through Discord. So there's a Discord link in the description down below. Use the Discord link and give us a ring. We have our little icon, the MMA-Holes icon, on the right side of our Discord. You can just hit it, right-click it, do call, or if you're on your phone, just tap it. I don't know. Just hit the call button and give us a ring. We'll take your call. All right, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Cause I'm a CBDX.com boy. We sell legal, Delta ATHC weed. It will get you very strong. We sell gummies, yeah. Buzz-based oil and acetylol. And they post on Twitter. Oh yeah, hey, on CBDX.com. You better get with them. You're gonna get real high. You're gonna get that tree. You're gonna get real down loud from the island boys. You're gonna get all down. And so from the ground, you be smoking bud. You be smoking trees. We're a different breed. You smoking green and purple, and then you create a hurt, yeah. You better get with CBDX.com, cause we some CBDX.com boy. You better tap in on the website, Island Boys, right now.
Let's be honest, when it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of Sheath and get even more out of your daily wear? With Sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private sanctum, keeping them secure and you in a state of bliss. Get 20% off Sheath now using promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
And for the ladies?
Absolutely! Sheath isn't just for men. Ladies can now experience Sheath's style, comfort, and functionality too. Sheath for women is crafted using a signature modal elastane fabric blend for form-fitting breathability that will not affect the natural pH environment or the microclimate of the skin while producing that long-lasting, unimpeded comfort. Use promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES for 20% off at sheathunderwear.com.
Alrighty, let's go, baby. It's about time to take the fucking phone calls. You ready to talk and chat about UFC 276? We're drooling all over this card. Must-watch card of the year. Really excited for this event Saturday night. And we got so many things to talk about. So, let's open the phone lines and talk to the people, man. Let's talk to the people. Let's get it popping over here.
Super chat.
A super chat. Jonathan.
If you say you're a MMA hole, prove it. Y'all deserve more. Save the shows. Chat wants calls but can't give 5 here and there. Chat is some greedy priss.
That's all good. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that. Listen, man, we got beautiful members in the chat. We got people donating, supporting the show. And if you can't do that, just hit the fucking like button. Thank you so much for the donation, though, Jonathan. You are absolutely wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, let's see what we got here. We'll take patrons first, and we got Mr. Sonosi. What's up, Sonosi?
I'm the best.
I'm the best. How you doing, buddy?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, what's on your mind?
Well, first thing, add that 5 minutes in. We need that extra 5 minutes for someone else, because some people could be pulling longer calls.
Well, I extend. I always extend a little bit, but okay, get to your point.
Okay, get to the point. So you already know the whole Max thing. But I've said it more than once. I'll say it again. There won't be no rematch if someone gets it finished. That's the only way this whole thing ends. We will not have to see a fourth fight if someone gets knocked out or submitted?
I think if Max gets the knockout, I think we see a fourth. You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that's the only way you stop it. Or the other argument, Max brutalizes Volk like round 1 to 5. It has to be annihilation.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen. But
probably not, but weirder things happen.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Max wins this fight, you're guaranteed a 4. Like it's inevitable. I really do think that they put this thing together because Max is not going anywhere. Volk's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask this question then. If, say, we don't get the 4th one and Max wins, who do you put him against next?
If Max doesn't get the win, you're saying?
No, if Max gets the win, he's the champion, but we don't have to suffer through a 4th fight right away. He gets at least one title shot away from.
So who would be next? Let's see. Let me look at the rankings here. Let me refresh my memory. Let's see. You know what they're gonna do? Well, you got Yair versus
Ortega.
Yair versus Ortega. So you could say the winner of that, but Ortega did get smashed by Max. I wouldn't be surprised. I tell you what, if Max wins, there's something telling me, like, I feel like Josh Emmett moved up 3 spots on the rankings. I feel that because of, if Ortega wins, like, Josh Emmett would swoop past everyone and get the Max fight.
I'll take it. It's different.
You know, like, I mean, I would imagine that the UFC probably would do something like that.
The UFC would lose their shit if Josh Emmett somehow beat either of the two.
Yeah, that would be nuts. That would be nuts. Yeah.
Anyway, the fight I'm most excited about is that fight, actually, Max and Volk, because who knows, based on the last performances, who knows what they're going to try this fight, and I think they have a lot of proof.
Yeah, I mean...
Anyway.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to cut on because you said fast calls, so I'm just trying to zoom through.
All right, man, be good. All right, Sanosi coming in. We always have, like, weird, awkward conversations. Yeah, so... I think with this fight over here, I got to get myself more pumped up about it because the second one was very competitive. You know, the problem with this fight is it reeks decision, right? So, not saying decisions are bad, but we already saw it twice go to a decision, and it was very competitive in the second one. But, like, you want the threat of something else. Like, if we're going into a third fight, for instance, Conor gets submitted to Nate Diaz in the first one, right? And that's a whole thing. The internet blows up. Then they run it back. They go to a decision, and Conor squeaks out a decision, right? So you have a finish in the first round. You have a first one. You have a decision in the second one. They go a trilogy. Is it going to be a finish? Is Conor going to knock out Nate? Is Nate going to submit Conor? Is it going to go into a war decision? In this fight over here, it's a decision. Like, we know this is going 5, right? This is going to go 5 rounds. And I think that's the problem that I'm having with this fight. Not saying it's going to be a bad fight because the first 2 fights were interesting, and the second one especially. But when you're guaranteeing a decision, I don't know. Like, I want something else. I need something else in this fight. So who knows? I mean, maybe Volk can break down Max finally and take him out. Maybe Max's boxing can take out Volkanovski. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. So okay. Is it going to be another close decision? Probably. That's where I'm going to go with this thing. So yeah, it's tough for me to get super duper excited about this fight. I don't hate the fight. I don't love it. I'm just kind of in meh land. At least in the main event, Izzy is exciting and has made some bold statements on what he's going to do to Jared. So, and then you have the massive underdog possibility with Jared Cannonier, so that has a little more interest for me. And Sean Strickland versus Pereira I have tremendous interest in that. But Volk versus Max, we'll see. We shall see. Let's take another call. We got Pulse. Pulse, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
I'm good. Listen, got a bone to pick with you, man. Like, you are a member of MMA Guru. What is this about, Pulse? What's going on here? Explain yourself.
That's gotta be BLT, man. That guy's a whack job, man.
You're saying that BLT has mimicked your account and then became a MMA Guru member?
What he does.
All right. You might be opening up a can of worms here. Okay. What do you got on your mind?
Well, I just have a question real quick, but it's not about 276.
Okay.
I was going to ask, if Shavkat fought KHAMZAT tomorrow, who do you think wins?
If they fought tomorrow, oh my God. Oh God. I can't give you one. I don't know. I'll say KHAMZAT. But I mean, we have no evidence that KHAMZAT could beat him. I don't fucking know, man. That's tough. Who do you think wins?
Guy with the cleft palate.
So you go KHAMZAT?
Yeah.
Damn, man. It's crazy. Shavkat looks unstoppable.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him against top tier guys yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jess is going after you in the chat. She's calling you a traitor. She says, liar. Pulse is a traitor. He had the phone on. Hold on. I'm coming in too. Wait, hold on. What did she say? Hold the phone. Oh, man, you got to stay on the line. Jesse's going to roast you. Oh, here she comes. All right, what's your next point?
That's really all I had. I was going to say, if you want to know my predictions for 276, you know where to find it.
Yeah, Pulse's picks. I can't believe. Could you believe? We thought Pulse is one of us. Could you believe?
What are you talking about?
We know what's going on here, Pulse. You have a beanie next to your fucking name in the chat of a Guru stream. Like, how, I mean, what is going on? Were you possessed?
This is the second time this has happened.
Yeah. Oh, so someone has made account for you before and made you a member?
It's probably one of the bots from the Discord.
Oh, yeah. All right, hold on a second. Hold on, Jesse's coming in now. All right, here we go.
Pulse is a traitor. Pulse is a straight up traitor. Let me tell you why.
Uh-oh.
When you look at that screenshot, it says Pulse Reloaded ... in the chat as, and that ... if you're a member shows up in that little fucking bottom bar. So Pulse is lying because he got busted because he tried to screenshot. And because of that, I would not be surprised if Pulse was the MMA-Holes account that was trolling the Guru chat. Come on, Pulse.
Okay,
we're professionals at this.
All right, now that you're the cat's out of the bag about the membership, were you the MMA-Holes account or no? Uh-oh. Oh, where'd he go?
Oh.
Where'd he go? The voice has been disconnected because you connected another. Wait, hold on a second. That wasn't him. Pulse, you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I can now.
Yeah, it was weird. So let me repeat myself. So now that we know that you have a membership on fucking Condom Head's channel, that's fine, whatever. Whoever you want to support, fine, whatever. But we need to know that fake MMA-Holes account. Are you saying that was you or wasn't you?
Oh, of course that wasn't me.
Okay.
How would I be in there? How would I be in there as two different people?
Baloney.
Oh, no.
I don't buy any of it, Pulse. You know you were in there, and you were probably staging as the MMA-Holes. And what a coincidence that Pulse caught a screenshot of someone trolling an MMA Guru chat. And by the way, if you weren't a member, why were you in MMA Guru's chat when he was live? Come on, Pulse.
Oh, boy.
If I wanted to watch, listen, if anything, if I was that fake MMA-Holes account, I'm pretty much promoting y'all on his channel.
Oh, now you're backpedaling, Pulse.
So it is him.
Busted.
So
no, it is not me. It is not me. But I'm just saying.
In your voice. Come
what
on.
are we doing here? All right. Anyway, I'm showing the actual screenshot of Condom Head's chat.
Pulse. Even though you're a complete traitor and you have stabbed us in the back,
No. I have to clear my name before you hang up. Hello?
Yes.
Yes. I am a pre-5K subscriber OG of this. I'll die for this MMA-Holes shit.
All right.
You know it.
Okay, Mr. Condom Head member. Whatever you say.
Jesse's calling bullshit. All right, Pulse. We'll see. You have to redeem yourself now. This is unbelievable. We don't know what to do anymore. We feel like you're Judas.
No, not at all. Okay, I'll figure something out and I'll redeem myself.
Get that condom head away from the side of your name. And
you must remove that man's fucking condom next to your name. I mean, what is going on here? This is crazy.
What can I say? I have a soft spot. He's in a wheelchair.
Oh, so you are a member.
I thought you said it was BLT.
I thought you were being trolled. Busted.
All right, Pulse. Have a good night.
Traitor.
All right?
Get out of here.
Oh my God.
Get out of here, traitor.
Unbelievable.
Don't ever call again, traitor.
Unbelievable. Could you believe this?
You think JBH doesn't know? JBM, is like a fucking detective on the internet. I may not be good at a lot of things, but I am a detective, and I will find out everything.
So to give you a little backstory, so in our Discord, Pulse dropped in, and usually Pulse is great. And I think Pulse is all right. We're just busting his chops here.
He's all right. He's just a traitor. It's fine.
But I do feel a little betrayed. I do. So we see this I get this disgusting picture in my fucking Discord. And I mean, look at this fucking face. I had to see this. So I scroll down over here, and there's a fucking MMA-Holes account over here. That's why I'm saying we got to get to 100K so we get that check mark next to our name. So of course, some knucklehead makes an account of ours and puts clowns in there.
One of our knuckleheads made that account.
But you know what? They're not wrong, so it's not terrible. But anyway, the first thing I went to is I look at Pulse's thing on the bottom, and I see there's a little like, I don't know. I'm like, is this thing? What is this? What is this? What is that? A turban? Like, what is that over there? What does he got next to? I'm like, what does he have here? And then I realized
is a condom head, Mom.
That's a condom. That's not a turban. That's a condom next to his name. And I'm like, holy shit, he's a fucking member of the enemy. Boy, oh boy. Disgrazia.
Come on, Pulse.
Disgrazia.
Wonderful.
Jared best chances is power via KO or clinching, relentless pressure and obviously the ground. Just my thought, and Sean needs to win. He a decent sell versus see the winner of the belt.
It's funny you say that. Like, Sean is... he does need to win. And Sean is holding a lot of pressure going into this fight. I like to look at who has more pressure on them. And I would say that Sean O'Malley has tremendous pressure. He's on the main card against Pedro Munhoz. Biggest step up in competition that he's seen. Can he handle the pressure? Is an interesting thing to take into consideration when picking fights. Thank you, Sonosi. Appreciate that.
Wonderful.
Here comes Sonosi coming in.
I need a rematch for Jackbox. Will 500 suffice for another Sunday game?
What, if you drop it now?
Oh, like if we did another 500 goal?
Yeah, I tell you what, drop that shit now. You got a guaranteed Jackbox.
I can do it. I can set up another goal.
Drop it right now, and the Jackbox happens on Sunday. Let's see what we got here. Let's go the knitter. Ann H.
Hi. I got to turn this down.
And what do you think about the fact that there's a traitor in our midst?
Could you believe this?
You guys, Chris, Jesse, I cannot believe Pulse.
Pulse, out of all people. Now, I was thinking this. Pulse is in a wheelchair.
I can say I'm not surprised.
Guru's in a wheelchair. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe he identified with him a little bit. Like, you know what? I got the soft spot for the handicapped over here. I might as well give him my $2 and just hope the MMA-Holes don't find out.
One of our own.
Oh, Pulse.
Crazy.
Funny. That pretty crazy if no one did that, though.
I mean,
shame. Everyone drop the shame bells in the chat for Pulse. Give them the I want to see a bunch of bells in the chat. Shame. Ding, 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 ding. Shame. We need to have a shame soundbite. Every time someone does some shameful shit,
You're taking Howard Stern bits
ring
now.
The shame bell. Shame.
Anyway, Ann, so what's going on? Was your boy Cowboy's fighting this weekend? They have him as an underdog. What's happening?
Yeah, he's an underdog at 170. Wow. Okay. Because he didn't. Yeah, he probably had to gain weight because his last fight was supposed to be 155. Am I correct? So probably had to put the weight on. He's more comfortable at 170. But you guys said he's usually smaller, but this time Miller's smaller. He's a stocky little guy. I didn't say he's not strong, but yeah, I think Cowboy still got it. Yes.
You saying Cowboy for the dub? Are you going to be placing any money? You going to the casino for this?
Nah, we don't go there anymore.
Oh, you stopped going, huh?
Yeah, they screwed everybody over with that.
What happened? They just stopped showing the fights?
Did they kick you guys out?
Nah, yeah, they won't let us in like for the early prelims or prelims, and it's just like for the 4 or 5 fights for the main card.
Wait, you guys got kicked out of the hotel?
Everybody, not just us. It's everybody's because the people that spend the big spenders, they're upset because they weren't getting in there, I guess. You know what I mean by big spenders that spend a lot on betting, a lot of money. So they were upset because there was no place for them. Basically, we had to pay on the credit card to reserve our table and our seats, and that's what we did. And you paid so much, you got your meals and you got your drinks, so much money, and that's what you got. And they were upset, I guess.
That's bullshit.
You know what you should do, Ann?
Wait, why does this keep disconnecting?
I don't
See
know.
this? This keeps on disconnecting.
Just click reconnect.
That's what I'm doing. It's not working. Your voice has been disconnected because you connected to another location.
Oh, stop clicking around. When you're on a call, just leave it. Stay on there. Don't click around.
I'm not clicking around.
You must be clicking on something.
I am not clicking on anything, Jess.
It says you connected to another location. Oh, you have Discord open right here.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, close that
Two
shit.
Discords?
There you go.
It's
You
not
might have to
working.
refresh.
Let me stop the clock here. Be fair.
Okay.
Ann, you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The Discord kept on disconnecting on us. So what were you saying?
Yeah, this was bad. You know, they just charge them too much money for, 4 fights. 4 or 5 fights. It's too much. So
So what do you guys do now? You guys just hang out at home and
yeah, it's better that way anyway because I can actually do the chat with you guys.
Yeah, and you guys can like you can have sex while watching the fights.
Yeah.
Do the dirty, do the nasty, and watch UFC fights at the same time. You can't do that at a casino.
Yeah, that's right. You can't.
Right? I bet it gets pretty spicy up in there, Moss, in the Hill House.
I bet.
Yeah. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I still don't got it.
Oh yeah, Ann.
Sir.
I've had a little wine tonight.
Cowboy's gonna win. Okay, I believe Max. I believe in Max. Max is gonna win.
You think Max is gonna get the upset?
Strickland's gonna win. Yes, and I believe Strickland's gonna win. And Izzy, definitely Izzy. He's too good at fighting. He's too smart. I'm sorry, Sonochi, but if he gets, oh my gosh, I don't even want to say it. If he loses, I hate to be you, Chris, to be around with Jesse.
Listen, nothing's gonna happen that's bad. All right, Izzy's gonna win. Volk is gonna win. I think Pereira's gonna beat Strickland. Let's be real.
You think
Who do you have for that fight?
I'm probably gonna pick Strickland, but I'm picking as a fan, because I think Pereira should win.
I think Pereira's gonna win that fight. Let's be real.
Is Strickland the underdog?
I can check for you real quick.
Hold on. Let me see. Strickland. I think Strickland. Yeah, it's like a -110. It's basically even. So.
Yeah. I think Pereira's taking the win on that one.
So you're picking Strickland, Ann?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
you know what
Ann.
would be cool is to get Ann and Mike H in the studio for a fight reaction.
Yeah,
now that would be fun.
We actually spoke about that years ago.
Yeah. Yes. I feel like
we're
of all the MMA
Vegas in
holes.
August, end of August.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Look at that.
Yeah, I feel like she would be like super fun to.
Well, the
do
UFC's coming back to Arizona soon too, according to Chris Curtis. So
once we get like a commercial studio, which I hope is soon. I have some plans that I must discuss, but once we get like a commercial studio, then we could really spice it up with like having audience members who are in the area come in and shit like that. Like that would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
I don't mean to be a prick. But we do have to get Ann's points out because we only have 15 minutes left.
Come on, Ann, spit it out already.
Okay, I would love to do that. That'd be great to get the studio. Awesome. Yes, we'd love that. It would be great. Be fun. Love to see you guys. Yeah, that would be awesome. Hope that happens. I know it's gonna happen.
All right.
Love you too.
Love you,
Ann.
Ann.
Be
Take
good.
care. Mwah.
Jesse took all of Ann's airtime. She couldn't talk because Jesse was
Listen,
like,
you know,
have
you gotta
sex.
find whatever ways you have to speed up the process, Moss. You know, you gotta... He did it! He actually did it!
$500!
Oh, shit!
What?
It's 500 when you dropped on the show. 500 bills in the air. 500 shake it derriere. World domination, here we come. Here's 500 reasons why we crush their bones. Greatest community in the world. Smoke that reefer, boys and girls. Sucking that green into my lungs. Using bidets to clean my buns. Hanging with fight buddies throughout the night. Watching UFC, enjoying some fights. Knockout submissions, decisions, and more. I want to rub MMA into my balls. Whoever dropped the 500 on the show, you're a legend. MMA-Hole.
Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my God!
That's refreshing.
A deal is a fucking deal. July 3rd game I can stay up for, and this counts for the members only channel slot. Call it the Sanasai 1.5K studio of Az. Also Food Guru. I make it rain. Can his cultists do this?
Wow.
Oh, Sonosi, I fucking love you, man.
The Sonosi 1.5K studio.
Woo!
Holy shit.
Oh my God.
There it is. I don't think anyone can top what Sonosi does. Un Fuego, the 1.5K king.
Oh my fucking God. Congratulations, Sonosi. You bought diapers for a week.
Holy shit.
Just kidding. I'm joking. Sonosi. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Very needed. Thank you, Sonosi. Love you.
Holy cow. Well,
Jackbox party.
we'll be playing Jackbox
Whoop, whoop.
next Sunday night.
Now here's the question.
Thanks to Sonosi.
I went to bed last night, but from what I read in the Discord this morning, is I fucking dominated. I don't think anyone beat my score last night. Is that correct, Moss?
Yeah, we only had a couple of extra games. But
So,
yeah.
Sonosi, are you going to make it worth your while? Are you
Damn,
going
man,
to
that's
beat
crazy.
me? Because I am the queen of Jackbox.
That is absolutely crazy.
I hope it's going to be worth it, Sonosi.
So, for those of you who
Let's
don't
go.
know, because a lot of people don't know what the fuck we're talking about right now, we have a second channel called Not the MMA Holes. Go subscribe to it on Sunday night. So, the night following the big UFC event on Saturday, we're going to have a night of open gaming with the community where we play this game called Jackbox. The person with the most wins will get a prize from the MMAHoles.com. And this is all thanks to that $500 bomb from Sonosi. So thank you so much, Sonosi.
And
wow.
no, I did not cheat, Dr. Boss. I looked up one question about Prague. I did not cheat for that entirety. For the other 2 games that I won, I did not cheat. So you can suck my big fat cock.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got Tropic Tom.
That was awesome, Sanasai. Now they can get a full tank of gas and a box of diapers. Fuck Joe Biden.
I mean, really.
Seriously though,
It's crazy,
Sonosi, that's very, very much. Anyone who has dropped a donation tonight and all nights, like, thank you so much for all your support, man. And if you're just dropping a like, thank you for your support too. It means more than you think.
We do appreciate it tremendously. Seriously. We got Drunk Savage on the phone. What's up, Drunk?
Well, first off, Sonosi, I don't know what you do for a living, but I will quit my fucking job and come work for you right now. I don't give a fuck if you're working in gay porn or something. I'm tired of being broke.
I think we're all in that situation. Let's just all go work for Sonosi.
Yeah. We basically do work for Sonosi.
Sonosi and
Let's be honest.
Roberto. We'll just go work for them.
Holy shit. Yeah, now we, get now we can fill up our gas tank. This could be great. So what's going on, Drunk?
Well, first, I just like to say, through Jackbox, we learned that JBM will always go for the money.
Oh, that's not true. Actually, last night I was considering not going for the money, but I did because I knew other people would, and if I didn't go for the money, I would die. So I had to go for it. There's a strategy.
All right, well, listen. I would love to talk about Jackbox, but we have 12 minutes left, and there's a lot of people on the phone. So let's get into some points here. Don't want to be a prick.
Short. So Izzy, you know, the last couple fights, he's tried to hump Paulo Costa, then he's grabbed Vittori's ass. What kind of gay gesture do you think he's going to do this time, right? I think he's going to reach in Jared Cannonier's shorts and just start fucking jacking him off furiously.
Maybe he'll give Cannonier a dirty Sanchez.
I think he's gonna suck his cock. Yes. No. They're gonna be. You know, Izzy's gonna be very respectful to Cannonier. He's been pretty respectful the whole way. So yeah, I think there's not gonna be any of that. Unfortunately, no sex.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing from Jared. No trash talk, nothing.
What's that?
But if Sean Strickland gets to the fucking next shot, you think he becomes like his Chael Sonnen to his Anderson Silva?
It could be. I just hope that Sean doesn't kind of pussy out. Like, it's weird. He was going hard on Izzy with the steroid thing, and he's kind of backed off from it. He's like, he's probably not a bad guy. I feel like he's kind of softening up a little bit.
Maybe he got threatened by Izzy's
I don't know.
team.
It's weird. Did you hear that? Like, he's full blown going after Izzy on the steroids and the titty.
Maybe they Brendan Schaubed him and threatened him with a lawsuit. Defamation of character.
Yeah, I hope that Sean doesn't back off. If Sean beats Pereira, I hope that he goes hard in the paint with the trash talk.
You know he will. He'll find something else.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, there's one last thing, a little announcement to make. I turned the big 4-0 in a couple of days, and gonna be going into the next phase of my life sober. So no more drunk.
Wait, you're gonna get sober? Hold on, let me stop the clock.
Let's go, drunk savage!
What?
I mean, sober savage!
What?
No. I don't say sober. I hate that word. And
okay.
Once Florida fucking legalizes marijuana, I'm getting on that shit.
How does drunkless savage sound? Is that better? Let's go drunkless savage?
I'm probably just gonna do like DS Savage.
Okay, fair enough.
Or the artist formerly known as Drunk Savage?
I don't know. We'll see. Somebody can help me out with another D word.
So how does it feel?
Change your name to a symbol.
4-0?
Nothing to me really.
So what was the decision? I stopped the clock. By the way, what was the decision to go sober?
There's a couple, but mainly there's some health issues that
no.
I just gotta do it now.
So what's going on? Are you dying or what?
Why did you ask that?
Yep, I'm done.
Is this the end? I mean, do we have to make a donation song? Are we gonna sing you out of the community? Like, what's going on here?
I don't know. For a while now, I've just been feeling like death on a daily basis. And fucking hangovers last all goddamn day and sometimes 2 days.
Oof, that sounds
Yeah, it's
rough.
not good, man. Gout Savage? What about that? What about Gout Savage? Would you do that?
I'll put it on the list.
Gout Savage.
I don't understand.
It's right over Jesse's head. Anyway, so that's good for you, man. Like, we're horsing around over here, but good for you. So listen, like, when I quit smoking, you have to want to do it yourself. Like, you can't stop drinking unless you want to do it. So it sounds like you finally want to do this.
Honestly, not really. Still like drinking and getting drunk, but fortunately, it's gotten to the point where the bad's outweighing the good. So,
mm-hmm.
Is it a liver?
Final now, there's nothing like serious, as far as I know. I just feel like shit all the time.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man. Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you going into the 40s. You're a new man, new life, no more alcohol. But the bad news is it's too late. You're 40. You're almost dead.
It's not too late. Stop it. Don't say something like that. I am with you, Savage. Whatever you choose to do, you have my 1,000% support.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, you'll be good. You'll do it, man.
Games.
We believe in you.
Yeah, hopefully I can pull it off.
All right. Well, listen, you could. I have a feeling you could. You still smoking?
Yeah, but I gotta cut down a lot. You know, just like 3 packs a week.
3 packs a week. Okay. Man, think about that. You get booze and cigarettes out of your routine. You know how much money you're going to save?
You're going to feel like a new man.
No, fuck that. You're going to be rich. Like, think about the money you're going to save. All that money you spend on that stuff.
Oh, God.
You know?
Yeah, thank you, Biden. Everything's going up every fucking week.
Well, we're going to assassinate him, so don't worry about that. Oh, whoops. Are we still on there?
Oh, don't want to say that, Mom. Don't want to say that.
Scrap that.
I completely missed what was said.
Forget it. Anyway, so yeah, think about it though. Like, all joking aside, if you stop smoking and stop drinking, I mean, that's a lot of money you could be putting in your pocket, you know? So you think you get hookers now.
unfortunately, it goes to other shit.
Hookers? Yeah. Well, good for you, man. Keep us posted on how everything's going. You sound good tonight. You didn't have any drinks tonight?
Oh no, I'm having a few. Just one of my last nights, you know.
So what are you finishing off your 30s with?
Right now, vodka.
Okay.
Vodka.
Does it really bother you to think about like life with no alcohol? Is it like really like depressing you?
Yeah, it's gonna suck, but I don't know. Holding out next local election here, we get that marijuana legalized.
Yeah, that would be good.
Florida? It's not legal in Florida?
Just medical.
Oh, okay.
I don't understand why it's not legal.
Yeah,
everywhere.
I was gonna say it's really a harmless drug. Like I really don't understand. Like, what are we doing here?
We got so many fucking old people here. They ruin everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, it's been proven to heal ailments, you know? Like, that's what's bizarre to me is why wouldn't you want, as a legislature, like, why wouldn't you want that in your state, you know? It's a very profitable, you know, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, your state could make so much money by legalizing that shit, and you're choosing not to.
It's a matter of time.
Florida already makes a ton of fucking money with tourism, you know. They don't really need it.
Yeah. Well, we wish you the best, Drunk, and we love you, and we support you, and we're here for you, and if you ever need to talk, the DMs are always open.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on a second.
Wonderful.
Sinosi's coming in.
For Detox Savage 40th B-Day and the 500. Some are asking at time even half hour. Drunk, my father died at 39. I have that dwelling as I slowly head towards 40. Same disease too.
Oof.
I'll get you, Jess. Coming for my Jackbox spelt and foff.
Well, yeah. You'll be having a sober Jackbox party with us. And
we were sober last night, so.
You were sober last night?
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, even still woke up feeling like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna go through like withdrawals and shit because you drink so much.
Well, no,
man.
you don't. It's not like meth withdrawals. It's not like.
Let me tell you something. If you drink as much as Drunk, and you stop,
Let me tell you something.
You're gonna go through withdrawals.
I knew someone who drank as much, if not more, than Drunk, and the withdrawals were not as severe as you say they were.
Yeah.
They were not.
Okay. You're saying this person drinks as much as Mr. Savage.
Oh, they drank all the time. They smelled like alcohol every day.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not gonna have a pissing competition between
Like-
drunks, but
Like, I think
I'm pretty sure Drunk probably drinks more than this person you're talking
I
about.
don't know about that.
Come on, Drunk. Stand up for yourself.
Let's just say, I'm not going to say the exact amount, but a year ago, what used to last me 2 weeks, past year has been 1 week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's hitting it pretty hard. I think he's
Yeah?
got some serious stuff going on here. Drunk, I'm with you, man. You're the king of drunks. I would never let anyone say they have a worse problem than you. You got the problem of all problems, okay? And you're gonna beat this damn thing, Mr. Savage.
God damn it.
All right. Well, listen, I'm actually really happy for you, man. Seriously.
Yeah. Oh, and real quick, I just want to let you know that Dana White said no to fucking McGregor and Floyd too.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like, Floyd is going to be in the UFC. Thank God.
Yeah, I did see that. I hope he's right about that because honestly, at the end of the day, I want to see him come back and take all the belts. All right, Drunk. Thank you, man.
Yep. Later, Starmouse.
There he is. Drunk Savage.
Are we gonna call him DS now?
Gout Savage.
Gout Savage. Later, Gout Savage.
Gout Savage. Man, oh man, that's wild. Good for him.
Yeah.
40s. You know, people freak out at 40. 40's not that bad. 30 was worse. 40's not bad. All right, let's go to the next person in queue.
Shadow
Who's this? We have Shadow Dragon on the line. Shadow Dragon, how you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I can hear him.
Hold on. I'll unplug my headset real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, why are you so quiet, bro? It sounds like you're like whispering.
He's got a headset on.
No, I had a headset in.
Okay. So what's going on, man?
Well, nothing much, man. Can't wait for 276.
Yeah, it's a good card, right? You pumped up?
Yeah, I am. You know, I got you know, I might get a little, you know, I got Max in the third fight though. I ain't gonna lie.
So you're going Max? Oh, it's the second person calling in saying they got Max. Interesting.
Yeah, because it was really okay. The first fight I can see Volk winning. I rewatched that fight. The second fight, it was really close, but I saw Max winning that. But you know, you can't just leave it to the judges because, oh gosh, the judges, man.
Yeah, judges haven't been too good, and that fight,
Yeah,
I think they got it wrong too.
Yeah, I got Max that fight. I got Izzy, of course, best middleweight champion. You know. Let's see. I got O'Malley and the Strickland and Pereira fight. I'm not sure because if Alex wins that fight, Izzy kind of wants Alex to win that fight so he can you know knock him the fuck out.
You say Izzy's looking for redemption against Alex?
Yeah. I kind of hope Alex wins that fight so Izzy can knock him out.
All right. You know, either way, I think we win, but I really hope that Sean gets it done so we can get that crazy trash talk. But still, even if Alex wins, you do have that interesting storyline. The Izzy Slayer gets signed with the UFC, marches up the rankings, and fights him for the UFC belt. It's a good story.
Yeah, and also, so I've been hearing rumors been going around about Islam and Charles fighting for the lightweight title and UFC 281.
I hope so.
Charles Oliveira is gonna fucking smoke him. Let's be real here. I understand, like, everyone's high on this whole fucking Islam thing, but people didn't listen the first time around when Charles Oliveira was trying to show off what he's got. I honestly think that I know Islam's ground game is fantastic, but so is Charles, and I can't wrap my head around why people are sleeping so much on Charles in this fight. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I honestly believe that Charles could smoke Islam in a fight. I don't get it.
Yeah, everybody's saying if Charles can you know make Islam tap, he's gonna be the lightweight GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, I would give him that title. Would you give him that title, lightweight GOAT, if he smokes Islam?
No.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I kind of would. You know, he's been from hell and back. You know, he moved up a weight class. You know, just like Justin Gaethje says, he's a quitter. I kind of think he's a quitter, but not right now. He's been doing really, really good. What is he like? What, 9 win streaks right now going?
Yeah. So here's my problem. All right, who do you think wins? If Khabib were to miraculously come back, who do you think wins, Khabib or Charles?
Well, I don't think that's really a fair assessment.
Well,
Khabib is not Islam. I mean, sorry, Islam is not Khabib. Let me rephrase. Allow me to rephrase.
No, you said that Charles would be the lightweight GOAT if he beats Islam.
If he beats Islam.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about Khabib.
No, that's what I'm saying. Khabib's the lightweight GOAT.
Right, but
if Khabib comes back, I do Khabib.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So what I need from Charles, if he beats Islam, he's making his case better, right?
Active fighters. Khabib is no longer active in that
we're talking
division.
about lightweight GOAT.
Yeah.
GOAT, greatest of all time.
Okay, but Khabib's not active anymore, and if you wanted to use the fact that he only had, 3 or 4 title defenses before he retired, like, you could use that. Charles Oliveira's doing his best to stay active and fight against some fucking heavy hitters, you know?
Yes.
So I love Khabib to death. I ride the Khabib train 100%, but I could see why someone might give Oliveira that opportunity to take that title if he beat Islam Makhachev, who's arguably one of the best ground games in the division right now.
All right, let me ask you. If Oliveira beats Makhachev, is he the GOAT?
I would ponder giving him that title.
So now you are literally looking past Khabib.
I would consider giving him that title.
That actually shocks the hell out of me.
It shocks me because I love Khabib and I don't think anyone can beat him.
So then if I ask you a question, if Khabib were to fight Charles, who wins?
I think Khabib wins, but I also feel that people are sleeping too much on Charles. I don't know. I want to say Khabib would win, but there's a part of me that's kind of like maybe Charles would win.
It's recency bias. That's all it is.
It could be.
Honestly, I would love to see Charles go in there and strangle Khabib, or knock him out. I would love to see that because I like Charles.
It could be recency bias. You could be right, but I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
So you're saying, but you're a big Oliveira fan, right? Correct? Shadow Dragon?
Lately, yes, I have. I didn't even hear about this dude until Michael Chandler. No, it was Charles and Ferguson. That's when I first saw him, watched him. I was like, oh damn, he's actually pretty good.
I mean, yeah, he's great. He's on one of the most special runs that we've ever seen, Charles Oliveira. And if he beats Makhachev, that is saying a lot. That is putting him in place. The problem is, people are going to throw out there, well, it's not technically a title defense because, he got stripped, and, people are going to start making excuses. We can start having the conversation if he beats Makhachev. I still don't think we have a solid answer yet, though. I think that he would have to really keep defending, and then we take it from there,
Yeah, one was like Charles, like let's just say they don't fight Islam. Charles get the belt from someone else and then defends it with Islam. I see. Yeah, I can see that too.
There you go. Okay. Anything else?
Then also I've been late. People have been sending me this shit all night lately. Dana White said that John Jones is ready for the heavyweight debut against Francis or Stipe.
That's correct.
I talked about this not the last time. I wasn't on last time, but like a month ago, I talked to you guys about Stipe and Jones, and it actually might come true because Francis may not be back into December or early next year because that's what he told the news. So I think they're gonna put up Jones and Stipe, and I'm still going Jones right now.
I actually just saw a notification. Hold on one second. I just saw a notification on Twitter about Francis Ngannou. Let me just double check. It's funny you bring that up. It literally just came up on my phone. Hold on one second.
Crazy.
Let's see.
It's probably the Tyson Fury thing.
No, that was the one that says, "Don't you dare think I take my eyes out of you. You're still priority." Yeah. That was the Tyson Fury thing. And then he tweeted just recently, "What do you mean when you say proper fight? Because I'm a real fighter and I can make it a la carte for you since you can't handle it all." I'm assuming that has something to do with the Tyson Fury thing.
Yeah, that's Tyson.
But I just got a notification literally 2 seconds ago. Maybe someone else tweeted about him.
Yes.
And the John Jones thing. Hold on one second. Let me just check John Jones's Twitter.
But check Ariel or Brett.
I can see the video when I think he was in Vegas, I think, or I don't know where he was. I could find the video and I can tweet it at you guys what he's talking about.
Yeah, so he's talking about it's such a clusterfuck because you got Francis, he's recovering from a surgery. He's going back and forth with a super fight with Tyson Fury.
I literally just saw it.
You got John Jones, who is saying he's ready to come back, and Dana White is confirming it, but Francis is talking about Tyson. It's just such a mess. And then Stipe, apparently they tried to make Stipe versus Bones, and then Stipe kind of turned it down. So it's such a clusterfuck right now, like at heavyweight. I want to see John come back, and I want to see him fight at heavyweight. I want to see what he's got over there. But like right now, I can't get too excited until we get something confirmed.
Yeah, I think the only reason why Stipe turned the fight down is because I saw when he tweeted out like he wasn't ready or whatever. I think that was Jones. He said he wasn't ready.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, Stipe. He was working at the fire department. He's got life.
Well, it says here, Dana White confirmed 13 minutes ago. Dana White confirmed that John Jones is ready for a return to the octagon. It's just a matter of who he will face, Francis Ngannou or Stipe Miocic.
Yeah.
But I swear I saw something that was about Francis fighting Jones, but I can't find it. It literally just popped up on my phone and I swiped it away.
Yeah, it's nothing broke.
If I find it, I will let you know. Yeah, no, it's not like breaking news or anything, but if I find what that tweet was, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of hope they book Stipe versus Jones like this year.
Yeah. Is that what you'd rather see? You'd rather see Bones versus Stipe?
Yeah, because why would you put Bones right against Francis?
Well, because he's the greatest of all time. You know, that's the whole thing. And technically, he didn't lose. You know, his belt, even though some say he lost to Reyes, but he didn't lose. So I think you could make that move against Francis for sure. So you would like to see him fight Stipe for what, an interim strap or something, or just fight for an
Yeah, and then and then he's interim champ, and then most likely in December, if not December, early next year, Francis versus Jones. And I can, when I saw the when I watched the Francis versus Gane fight, I really thought Gane was gonna win. Now, like, no disrespect to Francis, but I really thought Gane was gonna win. But he surprised me with his wrestling and everything.
Yeah, Francis. I mean, he did his thing. Extreme Couture. It's a good gym. You know, they actually breed winners over there. They're doing some good stuff. So I mean, Ngannou versus Jones is like, boy, sign me up. Like I want that. I want to go straight to it. Stipe. Here's the thing with Stipe. Like he got his redemption against DC, and then you have the history of John Jones and DC and the whole thing. But I just feel like, oops, hold on a second. I just feel like sorry, the supper's ready. I just feel like that's kind of like, it's cool, but it's not as cool as the Ngannou fight. I want to see, just throw him in there. You know, I don't know. What about you, Jess? I mean, what would you rather see?
I want to see John Jones, Francis Ngannou, but I just don't know how realistic that is.
Okay.
But that's what I would like to see as a fan.
I got one more question before I get out of here, because I know there's more people waiting. So who do you guys got for, I think it's 278, Usman versus Leon Edwards? Who do you guys got on that fight?
I think we're both on the same page.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Usman. Although I think Edwards is gonna give him a run for his money. I do think that.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still gonna go Usman for the win.
Usman.
Yeah, me too. I thought that fight was gonna get booked like early next year because of his hand, and I guess he's ready. His hand's all good, but God, I hope he does not lose that belt. That's all I can say.
I'll tell you what. I think we're gonna see a Leon Edwards we have not seen before during this fight.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Because let's just say Izzy, like, not right now. Let's just say he loses belt in the future, right? And then Usman he wants to move up. He will move up and fight whoever has the middleweight championship.
Yeah.
He's not gonna move up with Izzy right there because they're brothers.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even just that. I don't even know if it's a fight that really makes sense for them. But
well, it makes sense.
No, I don't think it does.
What? Nigeria versus Nigeria?
No, I don't think it does.
Pound for pound? What?
I don't think it does. Put brotherhood aside. I honestly don't think this is a fight that, like, they look at and go, well, I could, you know, gain something from this.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
What do you gain from beating one of the guys from your home country? It doesn't make any sense.
A double champ?
No,
becoming a double champ.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Usman.
And if anything, yeah, it's more of a win for Usman because Izzy doesn't have a ground game. So it's
you're looking at it through
layup.
You're looking at it through Izzy's eyes.
No, okay. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, oh, you're an Izzy fan. But put the Izzy fandom aside. It's literally a layup fight because Usman can strike and grapple. Izzy can only strike.
You're saying Usman beats Izzy?
He can't wrestle. He can't. I say Usman beats Izzy. Yeah.
Tonight is a weird night. Because you're saying everything that you said before, you're literally flipping.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm being a little more realistic tonight, I guess. I don't know.
So you're saying excuse me for not understanding, because legit we've had like straight on debates.
Listen,
about this.
I'm always, if I'm like in a normal mode, I'm always gonna say Izzy wins every fight, even if he doesn't win the fight, because I'm a huge Izzy fan. But if we're speaking in terms of realism and what makes sense, Usman has a better ground game, and he's a good striker. Israel's just a good striker, and he's got good takedown defense. I'll give him that. But I don't think takedown defense is going to be enough against someone who literally has built his career off of fighting on the ground. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't see them agreeing to that fight at all.
Shadow Dragon, you are here on a very interesting night. Jessie has flipped on two of her people, on Izzy and Habib.
I didn't flip on him. No. Don't twist it, Mom.
No, I'm saying you're flipping.
Don't twist it.
You're flipping your opinion.
I did not flip on them. I'm just being realistic.
Wow. This is cool. What do you think about that?
I'm still like a huge Izzy nut hugger, but if I were to speak realistically, Izzy versus Usman, of course, anyone would say Usman makes more sense.
So, wow, this is weird. What do you think?
It makes more sense for Usman than it does for Izzy.
Oh, well, okay, we all agree on that.
Yeah, so I don't think they would agree to the fight. It just doesn't. And Usman doesn't want to be that guy that won a fight against another champ in a different division to a layup. Like, he doesn't want to be that guy.
Now you're saying it's a layup?
I just got done telling you they're both good at striking, but but Usman is better at ground game. Izzy has no ground game, so it would be a layup. It would be a layup fight. It would be in favor of Usman.
All right, now I got to play devil's advocate here. I said that I was running around saying Usman beats Izzy. I was running around saying this. So now you're saying this. Okay, here's the other reverse side. Here's the other argument that people are saying. Izzy had problems at going up because of the bigger guys with, stopping the takedown. Now, Usman
I'm not talking in terms of weight.
Yeah, but you have to understand, when it comes to grappling, weight does play a part.
Regardless.
And Usman going up fighting
even if they were the same weight class, Usman's skill on the ground is more superior than
but here's the thing. Izzy's takedown defense is pretty good at middleweight.
Fantastic.
Right?
He's got excellent takedown defense. The problem is, Usman, we've seen in past fights, has found a workaround to takedown defense. He doesn't give a shit what kind of takedown defense you have. He will get you to the ground.
This is just it's wild that you're thinking this way. I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
I mean, do you want me to lie and be like a complete nut hugger and then annoy everybody? I could do that. I'm good with doing that. I've done it before. But if you want me to be real, I mean, I know you're thinking the same thing.
Well, no, I picked Usman to beat Izzy. I did. But apparently they're not fighting because they're buds. That's the word on the street. Ali tried to put it together too, and both of them are like, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? But you do have to give some sort of credit to Israel Adesanya being able to stop takedowns at middleweight.
Oh, yes. Trust me. I will ride high with Izzy every fucking day of my life. And I think that he's got one of the best takedown defenses I've ever seen in a fighter. But I am also realistic to the idea that I've seen good takedown defense, and Usman has always found a way around it. Always. He has always found a way to get his opponent to the ground. And once they're to the ground, you are fucked. You are fucked with Usman. I am telling you right now. In every single fight, he gets stronger and stronger with that striking. He gets more crisp, more pristine. And I hate to fucking say it because I am so obsessed with Israel Adesanya. I fucking love the guy. I would pick him in every single fight. If Usman and Izzy were announced tomorrow by Dana White, by the UFC, I would pick Israel Adesanya for the win. But in the back of my mind, I would know that Usman, unfortunately, is more superior in a certain area of fighting that Izzy just does not have the skill.
So when did this switch flip? Because we had a
It never
legit...
flipped. I always knew it. I always thought it, but I never said it because I am a huge Izzy fan, and I'm afraid that if Izzy sees me one day on one of these shows, he's gonna think I don't love him anymore.
They're throwing Colby out there. Usman didn't dominate Colby on the ground.
I'm not saying no. I'm not talking about. I'm saying Usman would dominate Izzy on the ground. I don't know where Colby's coming in.
No, you said because
Colby's a wrestler. Colby has a way different ground game than Israel. You can't even fucking compare.
But you didn't. You made it very vague. So they were saying
you cannot compare.
That's what they're saying.
You can't even compare. Colby Covington's ground game compared to Israel Adesanya is a vastly different set of skills.
Okay, let me ask you this. Well, I did tag Izzy in this, by the way.
Shit, Izzy, I love you so much.
I tagged him in the Twitter.
I'm only giving my realistic thoughts, but I still love you, and I will always pick you.
Okay,
in
let me ask you this:
fight.
since you're in this zone here, Colby Covington versus Izzy.
I think Izzy would win because Covington we've seen can get clipped and rocked. So I would say, and Izzy's striking is so superb. I think Izzy's takedown defense would be a match for Covington.
You don't think Covington could get Izzy down?
No. I think Usman could, but I don't think Covington could. I think Covington will try, and he might get close to success, but I don't think he could take him down. I think that the takedown defense would, I think that would lead the way in that fight for Izzy. So I'm gonna say Izzy would win that fight for sure.
So. Do you think they would take him down by dragging him by his titty? Is that how they're going to get him down? Grab him by his nipple and then just drag him down?
Purple nurple.
Okay. What do you think about this Shadow Dragon?
Oh, God.
I actually say Colby can actually get Izzy down.
Mm-hmm.
No. Even if he does, I think it would be towards the end of a round, which would give Izzy the opportunity to stay in the game until the next round, and then he would, start it off with striking again. So I'm not saying it's impossible for Colby to get him to the ground. I don't think it would be in time for Colby to be successful at anything with Izzy.
Well, if Colby and Izzy had a fight, Colby probably would watch the Jan Izzy fight, and then Colby would take him down in the middle of the octagon.
But listen, let me be real with you. Anyone who is a wrestler, anyone who fights on the ground, of course they're going to watch that Jan fight. Because it's the only fight that really exposed Israel Adesanya. It really exposed his weaknesses. It exposed where he wasn't putting his main focus, right? So anyone who's even decent on the ground is going to watch that fight and see where those weak spots are and try and capitalize on them. I think that's a given for literally any fight that Izzy takes. However, Colby Covington is not the weight of Jan Blachowicz. And I know some people think, but here's the thing. Wrestling, weight matters. And takedown defense matters. And Israel Adesanya's got it. The difference is Usman is a little more technical with those takedowns than Colby Covington. And Colby Covington is a fucking world star wrestler. Like, he's fucking good, man. I don't take anything away from Colby Covington. I just don't think it would be in time, or if it was in time, enough to beat Israel Adesanya. Whereas Usman might have that potential.
Did you say Colby Covington's a world star wrestler?
I just said world star like
world star? World star.
Yeah, world star. No,
Okay.
world star like like he's a fantastic wrestler.
I think Colby can take Izzy down. I don't think Colby will win.
But I don't think he can take him down in time. In time.
Talking about Colby, what do you think is next for Colby?
Oh man.
Not Masvidal.
Hold on. There was a fight I wanted. Hold on a second.
What is next for Colby Covington?
Hold on a second. Let me pull up the rankings real quick.
And you guys have to understand, I am a massive Izzy fan, like retardedly massive Izzy fan. So please take my takes with a grain of salt, because I'm probably not speaking on a rational level when it comes to these takes. I would go with more someone like Moss, who is not as big an Izzy fan, who can speak more rationally about who would win those fights.
Since Colby's gonna duck Khamzat Chimaev, you throw Gilbert Burns at him. That's what you do. That's what happens. That's what I say.
You got the up and
Khamzat
coming
Covington?
That Brady dude, number 9.
Brady?
I would like Brady versus Shavkat. Brady had no problem with fighting Shavkat. That's what I would like. I would like to. I know it's not going forward for Brady, but Brady's down for it. And when I look ahead, you got guys like Jorge Masvidal, who only wants the money, the crazy money fights.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen Thompson's out there, but Stephen Thompson signing a contract to fight Brady is like a death sentence.
Who called out Stephen Thompson just recently?
You still got Burns at number 4.
I think Burns versus Colby. You want to see Burns against Brady, you're saying?
No, I think Burns versus Colby would. I'd say Burns versus Colby.
Yeah,
I think Burns beats Colby.
If Burns means he gets another title shot after Leon.
Okay, Jess, who wins? Gilbert Burns or Israel Adesanya?
Izzy.
Well, I mean, Burns can get knocked out, so Izzy.
I just want to throw. I'm curious because I know you like Gilbert Burns, so.
I love Gilbert Burns, but not as much as I love Izzy.
All right, ready? Okay, here we go. Justin Gaethje or Israel Adesanya?
Israel Adesanya.
Okay, I just want to see if we're still on the same planet. Okay.
Try again, Maz.
All right, ready? Charles Oliveira, Izzy.
Ooh.
Wait, what? You thinking about this?
I love them both
Charles
so
Oliveira.
much. Those are my boys. Oh, shit.
I got Charles.
You think Charles beats Izzy?
The ground game alone.
Okay, we got to go.
But the weight goes in favor of Izzy, so
I am not
let's just go
entertaining
with
this
Izzy.
conversation anymore. Hey, Shadow Dragon, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it, all right?
No problem. I'll see you guys next Monday.
Okay. He's going to see us.
You know what he means.
Oh, he's going to watch the show? This conversation. All right, we went down the fucking rabbit hole too long. I got to pull us out. I got to dig us out of that thing.
I know some people probably thought that those takes were completely retarded, but it's
you know
where
what it
I
is?
stand.
So I don't think it's retarded. Well, not some of them. I'm on a some I might, but
I was a little irrational.
But I'm shocked because we legit had like full blown 30-minute arguments about that.
Yeah.
and now it's
Well,
like a
I'm just
complete
saying-
flip. So I'm trying to process this information. That's all.
Well, I could continue being like full-blown Izzy and no matter what Izzy wins. Or do you want an actual, genuine, realistic conversation that has some juice?
Okay, so what are
Like, what do you
Cannonier's
want?
what are Cannonier's chances of defeating
Nothing.
Israel?
He has 0 chance.
Okay.
We don't even need to enter that conversation.
All right.
Cannonier is no Usman. Hate to break it to you, Moss.
Let's see if Dr. C has something to add to the show. Dr. C, you there?
Oh yeah, no, I can't add anything to the show. That's too much of an expectation.
Okay.
But yes, I am here.
All right, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Kinda
you hear
figured
us?
it out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
What's going
yeah,
on? Man?
So not much. Hey, shout out to Drunk Savage. You know what? He should be New Savage because he's a new guy. You know, drinking is no joke. You know, it's all fun and games, but honestly, you want people to get help. You know.
Yeah.
So I hope he does well. He listens to Jocko Willink and David Goggins all day, and stays away from the liquor because that's bad stuff.
That's right. Yeah, man. Alcohol could be poison. You know, it's nice to have it on every once in a while and enjoy and let loose. But when you start doing it every single day and it's taking over your life, you got to do something about that.
Exactly. So on to these fights.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna say who I think's gonna win. This is an awesome card.
It is.
Every one of these fights, I actually like someone in them. So I got Israel winning. I think that's a done. Volkanovski winning.
Yep.
I think Alex Pereira is going to upset Sean Strickland.
Heck yeah, baby. You got all the same picks as me.
Pedro Munhoz is going to knock out Sean O'Malley.
Heck yeah,
He's
baby.
going-
Woo! Manny
Whoa.
C, you've been listening to JBM lately, haven't you?
Actually, I'm coming in late because I was busy, so
Oh,
I'm just
you're
gonna say,
copying
yeah.
my picks. Stop it.
Yeah, you know, that's gonna, you know, I think he's just gonna go all out. If he makes it a slugfest, he knocks out O'Malley. If he tries to like make it a, you know, a skill fight, keeping distance stuff, O'Malley will pick him apart. But Pedro Munhoz is going to clip him. I think he wants to win this one bad.
Wow.
He's on the slide. Hey, Misha Tate, what happened to Misha Tate, Lauren Murphy? It's canceled.
Yeah,
What?
they moved it. They moved it to what card is it?
Canceled for what reason?
Well, I can't remember. Let's see. Hold on. Actually, I think Glove Touch put it on the Twitter.
Why
Let's
is it
see.
canceled?
I
Murphy.
don't know. I was just looking at the thing right now. It says canceled. So
Bizarre.
Yeah, here it is. UFC Long Island. They're moving this. Yeah.
Murphy got
for
COVID?
UFC Long Island.
Oh shit, Murphy got COVID.
That was going to be a fun fight. They're both scrappy, so
Shit, Murphy's lungs aren't going to be the same after this.
You know what though? I kind of rather it on Long Island. This card's good as is. We don't need it. You know. So throw it on Long
Yeah.
Island card. You know, just adds a little extra to it, a little depth.
All right, so moving along, I got Brad Riddle. I think he's going to win.
Nah, I don't care about that fight.
You don't care?
Nah,
What? That's
I don't
Izzy's
care.
boy.
I don't care.
Really?
No interest.
I'm actually rooting for Jalen Turner though. I like Jalen Turner, man. The tarantula. I'm a fan of the guy.
All right. I got Robbie Lawler versus Brian Barberina. That one, I'm going to go with Brian Barberina.
Whew! I thought you were about
I
to say
think-
Lawler. I was about to light your ass on fire.
Barberina's
like,
the
what?
under. He's actually the
I'm
under.
going Barberina as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barberina's got wrestling. He's a dog. I mean, this is going to be a fun fight. Yeah.
Do you think Lawler retires after this fight?
I hope so. I mean, what does he have to prove? If he loses
Yeah.
to Brian Barberina, I mean,
Yeah,
where
I
do you
think
go from there?
I agree. I think enough is enough. You know.
Why you want everyone to retire? He looked great against Nick Diaz. What are
I
you
don't
talking
want
about?
everyone to retire. I just think Lawler, you know, he did what he had to do. He made a statement. He made a name for his career. Like, let's wrap it up, man. Wrap it up on a good note. Maybe he wins this fight. I don't think he will, but maybe he does, and he throws in the gloves, and that would be a sweet ending to a sweet career, you know?
He's only 40, Jess.
I say wrap it up.
40's the new, you know, 40.
Yeah, he's drunk savage's age, for God's
40's
sake.
the new 80.
Yes. Hey, I'm 40. You know, and you know.
So you're 80.
Hey, there's 40's young. Ish.
Oof. I don't know, Manny. I look at my husband sometimes, and I just see an 80-year-old man. You know?
I feel like an 80. Tonight I feel like a fucking 90-year-old man.
I'm kidding.
The gym that I go to, there's a bunch of 60-year-old like women and men that do Ironman.
Really?
I mean,
I'm sure that's a sight to see.
Like Robert Downey Jr.?
Well, you know what? I swam in the pool. I swim about a half mile every day, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm swimming a mile," and I'm tired as hell after a half mile. That's all I can pretty much do. And they're like, "I just swam an hour. I'm gonna go on the bike and bike an hour, and then I gotta go run 5 miles." I do that 4 days a week. I was like, all right, damn. But I mean, some of these people look great for their age, you know?
Yeah.
So keep busy.
Yeah, that's how it is over here in Arizona. The old people that go to the gym, they are in fantastic shape. They're playing full court basketball after they work out. They're jumping in the pool. Like, I'm like, what is going on?
Old people are playing basketball?
Yeah. Like old people playing basketball, like dunking and shit. Like, it's like Cocoon. It's bizarre. It's bizarre to watch.
I gotta go see this.
Yeah. And
look at what was Anthony Kiedis, not Anthony Kiedis, but the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Pepper. He's 60.
Yeah, that's Kiedis. Yeah, yeah, he looks great.
Yeah, the lead singer of Third Eye Blind. He's also in his almost 60. He looks fantastic. I saw them a year ago, I think.
You know who doesn't look good? I was actually watching a concert today. The lead singer of Offspring. Have you seen that guy?
Yeah, he was kind of chunky. I saw him play Buzzfest.
Oh my God, I was watching this. It was this year. I don't know where it was, but actually this is a good picture of him. But boy, oh boy, this guy fell apart. I'm like, this guy was
everybody falls apart.
Not everybody, no.
Yeah, they do.
He was just naming a bunch of people that didn't.
Everybody falls apart.
What's your favorite Offspring song, Jesse?
I don't know the names of the songs. I can't answer that question for you.
I'm more of an older Offspring fan. You know, you got to keep them separated. You know,
you got to keep them separated.
Yeah. I was actually watching the concert today. But boy, how old's this guy? I'm going to put Offspring fat. Let's see if we get some good pictures here.
Are you a big fan of, obviously you're a big fan of Offspring, Moss?
When I was a kid, it was like my first CD that pulled me into the rock, punk, metal. Like, I was like a big rap fan for a long time. And then I bought this Offspring album and it changed my life. Like, I made a complete 360 or 180. I don't know.
Why are we talking about Offspring?
Because I was watching the concert today. It was all about me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so Jesse doesn't, but watch Offspring play in Argentina. Argentina, our fans are absolutely psychotic. That's why they're so good at soccer, I think. They go absolutely nuts.
Yeah, they were moshing like crazy. I was shocked. I'm like, this is punk. Like, what are they doing? And they were just moshing like crazy. Yeah. I don't know. This is a conversation that's probably boring everyone, but yeah, I could sit here and talk about it, but we must move on.
All right, Ian Gary, he's gonna win over Gabe Green. That's gonna be a fun fight, but I mean, Gary, I don't think he's the real deal. He's really hyped up, but I mean, I think he's good enough to beat these middle level fighters.
Yeah,
so I gotta go with Gary.
Yeah, it's a little step up for Gary, for sure. Yeah, Gary, you got to stay with the undefeated guy, right? Do you think he's the real deal? Or you have to see more info on this guy. Get more info.
No, he's not. He's good enough to beat mid-tier fighters, but I think when he hits that next level, he's going to get beat.
Okay, and we got a donation from Tropic Tom.
Which gummy did Jesse eat? The same one Drake uses?
I haven't had any gummies.
No gummies tonight?
No gummies. Just a glass of wine. Actually, a glass and a half. I kind of topped mine off a little after dinner.
Okay. We got something else here, too. Let me let this slide in here. It's Mike H coming in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Drunk Savage, you can do it. We love, brother.
Look at that. Some support from Mike H. It's kind of cool how the community's back in Drunk Savage, you know?
We got to, man. That guy's too good to, alcoholism is very serious, so,
Yeah.
Hey, Manny,
we gotta back him up.
I really love you, but sometimes listening to you makes me want to shove my head into a pile of dirt.
You know, so you should probably drink more, JBM.
I love you, Manny. Take care. Have a good night.
All right, Manny. See you later. Jesus.
Okay, now where's the dirt?
Here you go. This will make you feel better, Jess. Kevin. You there, Kev?
Leave it.
What's going on, man?
What's the word?
All right, we're gonna do rapid fire here. We got 2 more calls. You'll be the second to last. What's on your mind, man?
Gamer. I love it. All the haters are pissed off today. I've been reading all the headlines and all the judges. If you're gonna count damage, there's no consistency. Shut the fuck up. Gamrot Polish Power. Suck my 9-inch pole, bitch.
Okay, so you're
What do
actually
you think
3
about
inches.
that?
You gotta cut off 6.
All right. Oh, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
Yeah. That's future champion right there. You saw
Gamrot?
how Armin competed with Islam Makhachev, and Gamrot's right there. I can't wait for him to be in the mix with Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier in the mix. But I tell you what, it's time for the new guard to step up or shut up, because these dudes are coming. The Fizievs, the Demirs, the Gamrots, that Georgian Viking dude. All these dudes are getting ready to take out the Americans. Gaethje, Poirier, Chandler, Ferguson.
Well, of course, they're all old. I mean, they're not getting any younger. So, of course, yeah, they're going to be all picked apart very soon.
I don't think... I mean, Dustin Poirier, he's not that old. He's like, what, 32, 33?
DP
I don't think age has to do with that.
Kevin, are you a very insecure man, would you say?
You're drunk. Just relax over there, okay?
I'm only asking
just
because
relax.
I feel like every time you call, you're projecting a lot. So I wonder sometimes if you're insecure, if the reason for your projections is due to insecurity. You could just ask. I mean, you could just answer, because
you're over there
you wouldn't have answered that way if you weren't insecure.
Boozy, have some wine.
Are you
Oh, you're getting defensive.
Hold on. Are you self-conscious?
No, I'm very secure in myself.
Well, you answered in a very defensive way, Kevin. You could have just answered the question,
Because
but
you
you
always
didn't.
got something smart to say. That's why I'm defensive.
Ooh,
you always got
Kevin!
something smart to say. You first you say, "Oh, I want to put my head in the dirt." You're feeling yourself today, Jess. You're feeling yourself today.
I am.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Gamrot, though, because that was a huge win.
All right, so we spoke about Gamrot, and by the way, Poirier is 33 years old, okay? What else you got?
I got Johnny Eblen. I like that dude. I think he puts a real good fight against Israel Adesanya with his wrestling ability. He's a real big middleweight, 6'3", bulky dude. You saw the way he was manhandling Gegard Mousasi. Gegard is in no slump when it comes to the grappling. I remember him saying he thinks he's the best middleweight in the world, and you ain't this, you ain't the UFC. I would put money on Eblen against Izzy, because I know he'd be a huge underdog, and I put some money on Eblen to go out there and grind him out.
Well, he's still early. Like, I was listening to his interview on Ariel. Did you hear his interview?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, so what I like about this guy is he's very self-aware that he's still very green. Even though he became the Bellator champion, he's not getting too ahead of himself. I like that. I like the fact that this guy is being realistic with his skill set and taking things one step at a time. So in time, he could be a guy that could take out an Izzy, but not right now. You could say right now he takes out Izzy?
Just based off his wrestling alone, I think he could cause major problems for Izzy.
He's a solid wrestler, don't get me wrong. He is. I mean, what he did to Gegard was fantastic, but still at the same time, you know, it's not like Gegard. I mean, like, we were sucking off Gegard that night, but being like licking my wounds and getting back to reality, you know, Izzy's striking against this guy. I mean, it's going to be...
You got to look at Izzy, though. He's never fought a wrestler with a chin like Eblen. I mean... Everyone wants to say, you know what people say? They say Whitaker, like, oh, his takedown. Dude's from Australia.
Kevin
Gastelum. Wrestle a lick.
Kevin Gastelum's a good wrestler. Kevin Gastelum's a good wrestler.
Gastelum's a 5'8" freaking little pudgy wrestle boxer
He's
that doesn't
5'10", right?
Doesn't like the wrestler. He is not 5'10". That dude's like 5'8".
He's not 5'8". What are you talking about? Hold on.
He's like
Mistaking him for your
5'8".
height, Kevin.
Hold on. Kelvin
And
Gastelum. Let me see how tall
Eblin's
this is.
6'3". He's 6'3". Okay, I can't. And that's I don't know.
5'9".
I just can't.
He's 5'9". Okay, so he's 5'9". You off by an inch.
Yeah, well, that's my point. Is Derek Brunson was the best wrestler he's faced, and Derek Brunson's got a glass chin. Dude's got a glass chin. Every time he gets hit clean, he does this thing. He Eblin's got an iron chin. Marvin Vettori, he's another one. People say, oh, good wrestling. The dude's Italian. He's good wrestler for Italy, but Eblin's a state champion from Missouri, a Midwest wrestler. They're cut from a different cloth, and I think causes a lot of problems. Disagree with me all you want. I don't give a fuck. Saying it Sabatello style, your paisan. I saw his interview too.
Oh my God, that
and
guy.
I like his energy too. He's from my neck of the woods, and I like how he's around the people, love pissing off people. And I hope he goes out there and wins the whole damn tournament. I think it's a tough stretch because he got a bunch of killers, but I hope he pulls it off. I'll leave you guys to it though.
He comes on to talk Bellator. He came on to talk fucking Bellator.
Kevin is like the guy that you invite to the party out of obligation, but nobody really wants him there. You know, he's that guy.
There was someone else. I think it was Comic Unicorn. Hold on.
Although I do love you, Kevin, even though your insecurities show.
He came on to talk Bellator.
Fine. We're all insecure.
I was
in
waiting
some way.
for something, and he gives us Bellator.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Comic Unicorn? How you doing, bud?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes, you hear us.
Is this Juan?
All right, perfect. How's everyone doing? How are y'all doing?
We're wonderful. How you doing, bud?
Is this Juan?
Yes, it is. It is Juan.
Juan, how are you doing tonight, Juan?
Oh, I'm doing awesome. This is gonna be a really good week for me. Got some decent work that I'm gonna be doing this week, and also this Wednesday I'll be attending my first Muay Thai class, so that's gonna be very exciting, very interesting.
Very nice.
Fun.
Very nice. You gotta be pumped up about that.
Yeah, it's pretty close to where I live, so I got that. And also, Muay Thai is my favorite martial art, so very much looking forward to that. Speaking of which, what would y'all say, Moss, what is your favorite martial art? What would you say?
Well, since I am a white belt in judo, I would say judo all day. Jess, what's yours?
I'm gonna go kickboxing just because that's what my boy used to do before he jumped into MMA.
I always said this, all joking aside. I think I probably, if I were to get into this when I was younger, I was into like team sports. I never really.
Jiu-jitsu is cool.
Jiu-jitsu looks cool, but I don't think that's my thing. I think wrestling I would have been good at. Because I think about how I fucked up my friends in wrestling. So I would imagine that I would be a decent wrestler. So I think wrestling would probably be my thing. I like watching striking. I dig the knockout. But I think me personally, I think I would be best at wrestling.
Jiu-jitsu's, I feel like especially for girls, I think jiu-jitsu is more beneficial. So I changed mine. I'm going to go jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Nice. I mean, there's really no wrong option. Whatever, you have to find the right one. And for me, so I actually started in Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for about 4 years. Then I did a little bit of kickboxing, but then I got busy with school. I was also part of the school band, and so that got busy and whatnot. So now I finally have a chance.
Nice.
And thanks for the input. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now on to the card. Let's fucking go. This is a super stacked card. And to top it off, we got Izzy defending his title again. Of course, I'm picking Izzy to win this fight. How is he gonna win? I've picked him to win by decision the last two fights. Vettori, Whitaker as well. I'm tempted to pick decision again, but part of the selfish Izzy fan inside of me really wants for him to win by knockout. Maybe third round TKO. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think he can get a knockout in this fight?
Yeah, I think the knockouts.
Absolutely.
I think it's coming.
All right. I can definitely see it happening. I mean, it kind of depends on how Jared approaches the fight, But I think it's possible. And yeah, of course, I'm I mean, what else can I say? I'm a big fan of Izzy. The energy, the confidence, the way he fights, all those things. And yeah, it's going to be exciting. Although I was a bit more excited for his rematch with Whitaker, but still, I mean, it's Izzy. Now, the co-main events, I'm leaning towards Volk by decision, but part of me really wants Max to win.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm rooting for Max. I don't know, like I don't know why. I feel like I don't really give Volk a good chance, like a fair chance. But I'm leaning towards Max, and I'll probably wind up throwing some bucks on Max too, just for the hell of it.
I mean, might as well.
I already said I was going
I feel like it's
Volk.
gonna.
All right, so Jess going Volk.
Volk. I mean, yeah, I can definitely see that happening. I think it'll come down to who's made the best adjustments from the second fight. But yeah, that can go either way. And then Strickland. The other two fights that are really interesting me is O'Malley and Munhoz, and then you got Strickland and Pereira. Those two fights are very intriguing, and I feel like it's good matchmaking on the part of the UFC.
Yep.
I think Alex Pereira, stylistically, this is the best fight for him in the top 5. I think it's going to come down to what Sean wants to do. Does he want to engage in the striking against Alex Pereira for the majority of the fight, or is he going to try to mix in some wrestling, some grappling?
Oh, Strickland's going to bring some wrestling. There's no doubt about it.
Strickland's going to lose
He
this
made
fight.
it. He made it very clear that he is going to look to take Pereira down. And think about. Let me just throw this out there. If you're going to fight Alex Pereira, are you going to, like, I know Sean Strickland's a tough dude and he's going to want to come forward and piece you apart, but he's fighting at an Extreme Couture, and look what happened with Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou says, okay, we're taking this thing to the ground. A lot of people didn't expect that. And you can guarantee that Sean Strickland's going to be like, we're going to the ground. Even though it's not his bread and butter, he's going to take it down there.
That's a really good point that you brought up. Eric Nixick from Extreme Couture is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a lot of good things down there. But then again, Pereira does train with Glover Teixeira. Now, okay, he did get submitted by Yuri, but I mean, that was a fucking war. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Strickland does get it to the ground. Is he going to be able to control Pereira?
It's a fascinating fight. It really is. I'm looking very much forward to this one. This one, out of the top 3, I'm most excited about this one.
Juan, where's your mom?
That's awesome. My mom, she's asleep right now.
Oh, dang it.
Just like, go wake her up.
Sorry. No, but no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I will say, so tomorrow I will, as soon as she wakes up, today is actually her birthday.
Ah.
And yeah. And I mean, it's just a blessing, really.
Heck
I mean,
yeah,
she's
man.
giving me.
It
Yeah,
is a
and I mean,
blessing.
she looks amazing for her age. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I know I'm kind of biased because, it's my mom, but still, she looks, she really does take care of herself. And
How old is your mom?
my mom is 56.
56. Tell her
Yeah.
we said feliz cumpleaños a ti.
That's perfect. Yeah, I'll tell her that.
That's right. We wish her a Feliz Cumpleaños.
And sorry, I don't mean to take up too much more time. So O'Malley, I think I'm gonna go with Pereira on that fight, and I think O'Malley's gonna get it done against Munhoz.
Ooh.
I mean, there is that X factor, because Munhoz does have, well, on the ground he has a nasty guillotine, so if that does go to the ground, that might get interesting. But I mean, Sean has competed in grappling events and he's looked pretty good. But then there's also the leg kicks by Munhoz. I mean, that seems to be like the Achilles heel for Sean.
Mm-hmm.
There was that one fight against Andre. I mentioned the last time it was Andre Sukumtau where he was literally hopping on one leg, and then the Cheeto fight. But I think the reach is really going to be an issue for Munhoz, and I think he's going to be able to outstrike him, have good distance management. I think that goes to a decision though, because Pedro has a ridiculous chin. Really
he's
good
adorable. He is adorable, that's for sure, and adorable. The leg kicks, like you said, is a good point. Like if Pedro comes out there ripping leg kicks, that's going to make this fight very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how Sean adjusts to that.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing. So I want to ask Jesse, when Israel fights, how nervous do you get usually?
So let me put it this way. When I was pregnant, the last time he fought when I was like 30-some weeks pregnant, I thought I was going to go into labor. And I was many weeks early, if that puts anything into perspective for you. Like, I get that amped about an Izzy fight. And it's not so much nervous, because I do believe that Izzy would win the fight. I think it's more of like that underlying thought, because everyone who's not an Izzy fan is putting it in my head that he's going to lose for this reason or that reason. So I think it's more like that, like those hidden words, I guess, of the doubters, you know, that kind of creep in and you're like, oh, what if they're right? So it's hard to explain, but yes, there's a lot of anxiety going on in an Izzy fight.
What's the face you're gonna make if Izzy loses? Like, how are you gonna react?
No, I don't know.
We're trying to figure this out because, like I said, if Izzy loses this fight, I'd be incredibly shocked.
He's
like,
not
shocked.
Oh no, he's not losing this fight.
But if he did lose, what is the face you would make?
I'm not making a face right now.
Yeah, like, all right, so, oh my God, Izzy! Izzy's dropped! He's down! Oh my God! Hammer fist! Ah! Like, I'm gonna scream like a little girl, and then what are you gonna do?
I probably run out of the room crying.
I know what Jesse's gonna do.
What?
I'm gonna do what Jesse's gonna do.
Oh my God.
Why am I so big on the screen? Hold on, my big fucking stupid head. All right, so this is what Jesse's gonna do if Izzy were to lose. Okay, now you're gonna have to watch in the replay since you don't have us on right now, but I'll show the chat.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so she's gonna be like,
no, I won't. No.
That's exactly what you're gonna do. That's exactly what you're gonna do. You're not gonna say a damn word. You're just gonna freeze. Your eyes are gonna bulge out of your head, and that's it.
I would probably act the same way.
Right.
I would just be in complete and total shock. I wouldn't know what to say.
That's
but
right.
actually,
Are you like a big Izzy fan too, or you're like going for Izzy in the fight or something?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Izzy fan. He's top.
Yeah.
Like if I had to make like a top 3 list, Izzy would be in the top 3.
Heck yeah, man.
And yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. By the way, like even when he fought Vettori, I was nervous. Like right before the fight was gonna start, like my heart was beating. Like I knew it. I was confident that Izzy was gonna win, but then there was that underlying thing like, oh well, he is coming off that yawn fight. Like what if he tries to take him down in the center of the octagon?
Yeah, I was just going to say, your nerves probably came from the fact that Vettori probably watched the yawn fight and was going to try and capitalize on the weaknesses that were exposed there. So I'm sure, I mean, that's where my nerves were at least.
Yeah, absolutely. And for this fight, I mean, it's going to be there for sure, especially if I'm at a watch party with friends. It's probably, but okay, this is what's going to be going through my mind. I'm going to be like, oh God, what if he catches Izzy? Oh no, what if he leans the wrong way? Oh no. You know, it's probably going to be like that. Yeah. But as soon as the fight starts, usually that's when the nerves start to calm down. It's more so the anticipation of it. It's like, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I feel it every single time. And you can never tell until the fight happens. So just know that there is someone just as anxious with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you could relate. And it's crazy. It doesn't matter how long you've been a fan, like you or how long someone's been watching the sport. Like it's always, like you always get nervous. But I mean, that's part of the reason why I love the sport as well. But yeah, thank y'all so much for giving me the chance to call. Let's go, Izzy.
Woo!
And yeah, good night, y'all. Thank you so much.
Good night, Juan.
Comic Unicorn coming in. Very nervous. He sounds nervous.
Nervous for Izzy.
He sounds nervous. I get it. How many people in the chat get nervous when your favorite fighter fights and competes? And even if they're a big favorite, you still have that little bit of doubt in your mind, like, oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? How many people have those butterflies, right? I guess that's like the feeling, right? A butterfly feeling. Like, what does it feel like, Jess?
Yeah, butterflies.
Like you get that weird tingle.
Yeah.
In your penis. I think a couple of times I've had that a bunch. I had it with Conor. I had it with Derek Lewis. I've had it with Uriah Hall, who's fighting on this card here. I'm a fan of Uriah Hall. Like, I'm like a legit fan of the dude. And when he's had like crazy comebacks, I would like lose my shit. There are certain fighters that for some reason you can somehow latch onto and just find yourself like engulfed in what they're doing. Like you're like, that's the guy, that's the gal. You know, so I get it. When Kayla fights, Kayla Harrison? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, what fighter would it be? And then we'll end the show. I don't feel anything anymore. When Jordan Levitt works, I think we all get that feeling. I think we all have that feeling when Jordan twerks. I mean, it's an amazing feeling. We got something special to do right now. We did hit 150 fucking likes. Let's go. We did it. Wagwan.
Wagwan.
James Vick.
We hit the lock, goals. Lock it goes. We got the lock. Lock it goes. Slap the likes. Slap the like button. It's time to likes. I slap the like button. We hit the goals. We hit the goals. We hit the like.
Hit the goals.
We hit the like goals.
Like goals.
Hit the like goals.
We hit the like goals. Like goals.
Let's hit them.
We hit the goals.
Yeah, baby, let's go. On a Monday night. Thank you very much to everyone that donated tonight. A massive thanks to Sonosi, who's giving us a Jackbox party again on Sunday. I guess Jackbox party's a hit,
Heck
man.
yeah, baby.
So that's awesome, man. Thank you, Sonosi, for that. And let's get the fook out of here. By the way, Tony Gravely, Chris Curtis, Wednesday night on this show. You're going to want to tune in, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed.
Thank you so much to our sponsors, Head Rush Apparel, Sheath Underwear, UFC and ESPN Plus, Undisputed Belts, and CBDX. Promo code MMA-Holes, that's MMA-HOLES for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Make sure you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Join in on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for TGIW. And as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-Hole.